Live on a Sunday afternoon, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the last of a three-game weekend series as the Grizzlies take on the Bloomington Bison. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the last of a baseball-style three-game weekend series as the Grizzlies take on the Bloomington Bison for the third time ever. Last week, the Grizzlies were outstanding, sweeping Kansas City in a two-game series at Maverik Center, outscoring the Mavericks 10-6. But it's been a different story on the road as the Grizzlies are 0-3 on the current trip, and they have been outscored 10-3. And one of the common themes, the Grizzlies have gone behind 3-0 in each of the three games on this road trip. On Wednesday, the Grizzlies lost 3-1 to the Cincinnati Cyclones. Derek Dashke scored Utah's lone goal on a power play tally late in the second period. Jake Barcheski kept the Grizzlies in the game as he saved 34 of 37. In the series opener against Bloomington on Friday night, Bison took a 3-0 lead before Keaton Mastrodonato scored with 1 second left in the second period. It was a power play tally. Neil Shea and Luke Manning each picked up the assists. The Grizzlies outshot the Bison 15-2 in the third period, but it just wasn't enough as the Bison held on for a 3-1 victory. And then last night, Bloomington led 3-0 after 2 periods of play. Craig Armstrong scored Utah's lone goal, 3:52 into the third period, with Adam Berg getting the assist. Bloomington got 1 goal and 1 assist performances from Brett Budgel and Eddie Matsushima. Utah outshot Bloomington 23-22, but the Bison picked up the victory as they went 1 for 3 on the power play, and Utah was 0 for 3. Neil Shea led Utah with 5 shots on goal on Saturday night. Shea has 15 shots through 3 games on the current road trip. The Grizzlies will have a 3-game series against the Wichita Thunder this weekend at Maverik Center, Friday, Saturday, and then Monday, January 27th. Face-off all 3 nights will be at 7:10, but tonight or this afternoon, the Grizzlies are trying to salvage the third and final game of the series against the Bloomington Bison. We get a rematch of Friday night's goaltending matchup. Jake Barcheski on Friday saved 31 of 34 as he kept the Grizzlies in it throughout. For the Bloomington Bison, it's going to be Yaniv Peretz, who saved 28 of 29 on Friday night. Peretz won a national championship with Quinnipiac in the 2022-23 season. So we'll see what happens here this afternoon. The Grizzlies are looking for their 5th road victory of the year and their 12th fit win overall. They're taking on a Bloomington Bison club that's been red hot as of late, as Bloomington is 7-1-1 over their last 9 games. And in that stretch, they have outscored opponents 36-16. So we'll see what the Grizzlies can do this afternoon against the Bloomington Bison. Should be a fun one. I'm hanging out at the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store at Maverik Center, and hopefully we'll have a decent video feed to be able to describe the game to the listening audience. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the Grizzlies standouts as of late and the importance of getting off to a fast start tonight. We're in business on a Sunday afternoon, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 15 minutes from now over at Grossinger Motors Arena. It'll be a 2 o'clock Mountain Time Zone face-off, a 3 o'clock local time over in Illinois. 4 might be the magic number for the Grizzlies tonight. Utah is 11-1-1 this season when scoring 4 or more goals. On the other end of the ice, Utah is 7-5-1 when they allow less than 4 goals. Maybe 3 might actually be the magic number this afternoon, as the Bloomington Bison are 0-9-2 when allowing 3 or more goals. So if you score 3 or more against Bloomington, it's almost a guaranteed victory. Utah really needs to get something going offensively as they have been outscored 10-3 through the first 3 games of this road trip. And really it's, the Grizzlies thinking about going back to their offensive ways before the road trip. As after all, the Grizzlies have averaged about 4 goals per game coming into this road trip over the last 10 games before heading onto the road for Cincinnati for 1 and Bloomington for 3. The Grizzlies have scored 45 goals over their last 12 games, and the Grizzlies are averaging 3.75 goals per game since late December. For Bloomington, they're playing hot as of late as they're 7-4-1 over their last 12 games. They've been one of the better defensive teams in the league. Bloomington averages just 2.5 goals per game, and they allow 2.6 goals per contest. For the Grizzlies, they might need to get things done special teams-wise, as Utah does have 4 power play goals in their last 5 games. It's critical, with this being the 3rd game in 3 days, it is critical for the Grizzlies to get off to a fast start. Bloomington's a team that really does a great job playing with the lead and protecting leads. Bloomington, when scoring first this season, has a record of 15-3-1. Now, when the opposition has scored first, though, Bloomington just has a record of 2-13-2. So it's going to be critical this afternoon to get the first goal and play with the lead. Both teams do a good job protecting leads, but both teams do struggle when having to come back in games. So we'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to play with the lead, because with Jake Barczewski in net, Grizzlies might do a good job protecting that lead, especially 3rd game in less than 48 hours for both teams, and both goaltenders being fresh, as both Yaniv Peretz of Bloomington and Jake Barczewski for the Grizzlies had yesterday off. It's going to be one of those things. It's a race to get to the first goal, and if you get that, more times than not, you're going to come away on top. The Grizzlies, when scoring first this season, have a record of 7-3-2, which is really a good mark. Unfortunately, that does mean the Grizzlies have scored first in just 12 of 35 games this season. When we come back, we'll go over the lineups for both teams. We're grooving on a Sunday afternoon as you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who have a record of 11-21-3 on the season. They are 4-13-1 away from the friendly confines at Maverik Center. Getting the start in net will be Jake Barczewski, and he's been outstanding in his last 7 games. Barczewski in the last 7 contests has a 4-3 record with a .919 save percentage and a 2.76 goals against average. On Friday night against Bloomington, he saved 31 of 34. Vinny Duplessis will be the backup goaltender this afternoon. Utah will be rolling with 12 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight. The top defensive pairing of Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke will each get the start. Yoon on the season in 21 games has 4 goals and 8 assists, and he has a +2 rating. He's a second-year pro out of Colorado College. He was the captain at Colorado College in his senior season in the 2022-23 campaign. Derek Dashke's been one of the best defensemen in the league this season. He's a candidate to be named to the All-Star team, even though there is no All-Star game this year. Dashke's got a point in 18 of 28 games this season. He has 16 games of 3 or more shots. And Dashke does lead the Grizzlies with 19 assists on the season, and he also leads the club with 9 power play points. He does have 2 power play goals in his last 5 games. So Dashke and Yoon are the starting defensive pairing. We will also see Cody Corbett lined up with Cooper Jones. Both guys are former Idaho Steelhead skaters. Corbett was with them during the 2017-2018 season, and Cooper Jones was with them at the first half of last season. Andrew Nelson will be paired up with Hunter Warner. Warner's in his 3rd game with the Grizzlies, and it's his 196th professional game in North America, as Warner has 195 games of AHL experience with the Iowa Wild. So this is actually game 198 in North America. Andrew Nilsson has 258 games of AHL experience over an 8-season stretch. Nilsson in his AHL career has 21 goals and 64 assists. So that will be the third defensive pairing on Ryan Kanasewicz's lineup card. Andrew Nilsson and Hunter Warner. We'll also see Corbett and Cooper Jones. The starting defensive pairing is Yoon and Dashke. Of the 12 forwards, getting the start for the Grizzlies will be their top forward line, and that includes Chad Hillebrand, who's in his third game with the Grizzlies after being reassigned from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. He'll be lined up next to Cole Fonstad. Fonstad still looking for his first goal in a Utah uniform. He has 10 assists in 18 games. Fonstad is 5'10" and 167 pounds. And Keaton Mastrodonato will also get the start. Mastro has 7 goals and 10 assists in 16 games. So that's a starting forward line for the Grizzlies from left to right: Hillebrand, Fonstad, and Mastrodonato. Second forward line on Ryan Kanasewicz's lineup card as Reed Lepster, who has 7 goals and 6 assists in 30 games. He's got an even plus-minus rating. The captain, Mick Messner, will be the second line center. He'll be wearing number 10. He leads the Grizzlies with 93 shots on goal. And Cole Gallant will have an A on his sweater this afternoon. He has 2 goals and 17 assists in 35 games. Third forward line from left to right is Adam Berg, along with Luke Manning and Briley Wood. Wood recently celebrated his 22nd birthday. Wood leads the Grizzlies with 26 points this season, 12 goals and 14 assists. The fourth forward line, Craig Armstrong, scored a goal last night. He has 5 goals in his last 15 games. He scored Utah's lone tally last night. Cade Nelson will be in there. Nelson on the season has 3 goals and 10 assists in 32 games. And Neil Shea will be on the fourth forward line. Shea this season has 14 goals and 11 assists in 18 games. Although I imagine Neil Shea won't be on the fourth forward line for the entire game. So that's the 12 forwards for the Grizzlies this afternoon. Quite a few scratches for Ryan Kanasewicz's crew tonight. Among them are Cameron Buell, Blake Wells, Dylan Fitz, as well as Aaron Aragon. Tyson Uppers out of the lineup, as is Braden Nicoletz. The 2 defensive scratches are Cade Jensen and Dylan Savankov. For the Bloomington Bison, they will start Yaniv Peretz in net. He will be wearing number 35. He is 6'1" and 185 pounds. In 8 games this season, he has a record of 5-2-1 with a 2.12 goals against average and .933 save percentage. The Bloomington Bison's NHL affiliate is the New York Rangers. Their AHL affiliate is the Hartford Wolfpack. Now, Peretz has a contract with the Carolina Hurricanes. Do keep in mind that the Bison does have a working relationship with the Carolina Hurricanes, so they can double dip with their NHL affiliation. The starting defensive pairing for Bloomington includes Jake Murray, who scored a goal on Friday night. Murray is 6'3" and 216 pounds. He has 3 goals and 9 assists in 36 games. He'll be paired up with Bryce Montgomery, who has a minor penalty in each of the first 2 games of this series. He is 6'5" and 230 pounds. Starting forwards are Brett Budgell, who's got a point in 6 straight games. Budgell had 1 goal and 1 assist last night. PJ Fletcher has 2 goals and 6 assists in 32 games. He'll be wearing number 13. And Patrick Bykov, who's a minus 15 this year, and he has 4 goals and 7 assists in 33 games. Watch out for Eddie Matsushima, their captain. He has 31 points this season to lead the Bison, 15 goals and 16 assists. The only former Grizzly on the Bloomington roster is Max Neal, and for the 3rd straight evening, he is a scratch. When we come back, we'll have face-off over at Grosinger Motors Arena. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out at Maverick Center. You've been tuned in to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
It's a great afternoon for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as Utah Grizzlies take on the Bloomington Bison for the third and final time this season. Bison are wearing a light blue jersey with a little bit of red trim, white numbers in the back, white lettering. Grizzlies are wearing a white jersey with white helmets, black numbers, and professional green trim. Two referees tonight, Harrison O'Prey and Curtis Paré. The linesmen are Felix Antoine Voyer and Blake Butler. Grizzlies will skate from left to right as we see it from Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. And we beg for a little bit of patience. Unfortunately, we are at the mercy of the video feed, and quite frankly, it's not the best feed we've ever seen. So be a little bit patient with us as we try to describe the game in the way that we only can, and the way that we can do best. The lights are flickering on and off over in Bloomington. Keaton Mastrodonado's out there with Fonstad and Chad Hillebrand. Fonstad will take the face-off against Brett Budgel, who's wearing number 10. Budgel's got an A on his sweater. Referee Curtis Paré drops the puck, and we're underway on a Sunday afternoon. Yoon slides into Dashke near the Grizzlies bench, which is on the far side, left side of center ice. Yoon will tap it off the near wing wall at center ice, and Mastrodonato brushes it in. The Bison skate from right to left. They've got pretty good team speed. As getting across center ice and dumping it in is Bykov. Grizzlies get it back. Yoon will toss it towards the right side, but it goes towards Bloomington center ice. Driving it in is Jake Murray, who scored a goal on Friday night. Murray's got some AHL experience with Texas last season. As the puck goes deep into the Bison zone, run down by Jake Murray. We're 35 seconds into the game. No one's taken a shot yet. Bison slices one out to the left wing for Budgel. He glanced off his stick. He regathers it in the Grizzly zone. He'll push it to the left corner. Somebody off the screen will skate towards the left point. Now back up top. Bison, right side. Lefty shot goes wide as it went over the crossbar over Barczewski's left glove. As Grizzlies deliver a hit in lower left corner. Bison try to center, and it's picked off by Andrew Nelson. Grizzlies off the boards, far side. It goes back to the Bison at neutral ice. They'll skate back into their own zone. A Grizzly player gets tripped up, no call. As the Bison reset, as they skate from right to left, as the Bison push it towards the near wing boards, it goes to center ice as it went between the legs of a Bison skater. Grizzlies, Reed Lebster will loft it ahead towards center ice left wing, as Briley Wood will dump it in as he got spun around near the Bison bench. Bloomington races across center ice left wing. Gavin Gould dumps it in. Gould has previous experience in the Mountain Division with Allen. Barczewski will feed it off the far wing wall. As Grizzlies, Cody Corbett will nudge it towards his right. Lebster gets to neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. As Messner gets pushed, Messner wearing the captaincy for the fourth straight game. As the Bison feed it back into their own line. Bloomington crosses center ice. They get it over towards Barbashev. He takes a shot, saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes towards the right wing. Bloomington spins it. Barbashev behind his net will skate towards the right side. He's being shadowed by Hunter Warner. Puck goes up top and it goes past Case McCarthy all the way deep into the Bison zone. We're 2 minutes in. Bison have taken one shot. Grizzlies have yet to fire away on Peretz. Grizzlies centering pass out in front. Peretz makes a save as he sprawls towards his right. Adam Berg gets his stick held up. He's out there with Luke Manning and Briley Wood. Wood hustles after the puck along the right wing boards, which is on the near side. As the puck goes up top to Yoon. He'll move it to Dashke. Left side, take a lefty shot. Saved by Peretz. Rebound goes to Bloomington. As the Bison skate around their net and backhand it towards center ice. Puck goes wide of the mark as Yoon will nudge it ahead over towards the Bloomington line. Grizzlies get double teamed as a 2-on-3 scrum with three Bison skaters over there. And Neil Shea looking nearby. He's out there with Armstrong and Nielsen. Shea gets it out of the pile, and he will dump it deep into the Bison zone as the ricochets off the far corner boards. Bloomington about 3 minutes in. Will nudge it ahead as the puck goes towards Dalton Duhart, who's wearing number 19. He gains center ice and dumps it in. Barczewski behind his net will lay it for a defenseman as the Grizzlies will backhand it off the glass near side on towards Shea. Shea battles with the Bison skaters. The puck goes back towards Andrew Nelson. He'll feed it across as Utah crosses center ice. Grizzlies get into the offensive zone. Jones drops it to the left point. Grizzlies will move it across the right side. Andrew Nilsson, right side. Lefty shot goes wide as the Bison get it off the end boards. As we're 3.5 minutes in, as puck near the Grizzlies bench. Bison dump it in deep. Andrew Nilsson lunges after it, and he'll throw it towards the right corner, which is on the far side, is to the net that Barczewski's defending on the left side. Towards the end boards, Grizzlies get double team. Puck goes back towards Andrew Nilsson, and he will pitchfork it all the way out to center ice, and the puck ricochets into the Bison zone where Bloomington regathers it. As Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 2-1, we're about 4 minutes in. Out towards center ice, puck taps back towards a scrum along the near boards. Trying to break free of it is Chad Hillebrand, but it goes to Bloomington. Bison dump it in. Barczewski wants icing, and it looks like the puck is going to go back into the Bloomington zone as the Bison are called for icing with 15:58 left in the first. We're just getting underway, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy part of Sunday with us. We know there's a lot of sports entertainment options out there. We thank everybody who chose the Grizzlies this afternoon. Utah's averaging 3.75 goals per game over their last 12 contests. Bloomington's played the best that they've had. They played all year, which means that's the best they've ever played as they're in their first year of existence. Grizzlies are in their 30th season of professional hockey here in the Salt Lake Valley. Bloomington has the puck in their own zone. They skate from right to left as Chad Hillebrand will overpower a Bison skater towards the left corner. Grizzlies deliver a hit on the right side, and that was Mastro Donato. He's out there with Hillebrand and Fonstad as the Bison will ice the puck, and the whistle blows with 15:32 left in the first. Good job by the Grizzlies, in particular Hillebrand, challenging Bloomington in their own zone, really forcing them and kind of challenging Bloomington to get the puck out to neutral ice, but not without a battle. Grizzlies will keep Fonstad out on the ice as he'll take the face off. Fonstad 2 years ago in the AHL had a pretty good offensive season. He's a guy that can score goals. Once he gets his first in a Utah uniform, he'll really settle in. In fact, Fonstad had 15 goals in 70 games for the Cleveland Monsters 2 years ago, and he had 9 goals in 45 games 3 years ago with Cleveland. So 24 AHL goals over a 2-year stretch. Bloomington has the puck, and they'll outlet it to center ice. Bison 2-on-2 step over the offensive line as they chip it in on towards Barczewski, who one hands it towards the right corner. Grizzlies tried to loft it ahead, but the puck skips towards the left corner. Yoon tries to run it down. Getting there first is Carter Berger. He'll pin it to the right side. Grizzlies cross center ice, and they dump it in. Chong-Min Lee had 2 assists last night. He races after the puck along the Bloomington end wall. As a Bison skip it to Matsushima, he's on the left side. He'll direct it to the right side. Bison over the line. Gavin Gould will skate towards the corner in kind of an odd fashion. He loses the puck as Reed Lobster has a glance off his stick. Bison brush it towards the far corner. Now the puck goes towards the middle of the ice where it's accepted by Gallant. He'll get it towards his left. Grizzlies dump it in. Messner chases after it. He gets in the right corner. He'll cycle it towards Gallant, who feeds it to Warner. Warner had to glance off a Bison stick, and the puck goes back into the Grizzlies zone where it's run down by Cordy Corbett. He'll outlet it to the Utah line. Grizzlies get it back to Warner, who moves it across to Corbett. As Corbett, from one blue line to the other, he tried to get it towards Messner. It goes past him deep into the Bison zone. Bloomington, their beautiful-looking blue jerseys, kind of a lighter shade of blue. Puck goes to the right side. Gallant gets it. He skates around Bloomington's net towards the far side. Gallant's got 2 goals in his last 9 games. He tried to get it up top, and the puck bounced over the stick of a Grizzlies defenseman. Barczewski over the near circle, and he'll push it out to center ice. Puck goes deep in the Bison zone. Peretz away from his net. We'll get it to McCarthy. We'll slide it towards the far corner. Now the Bison cross center ice. Bloomington crosses center. They feed it down the middle of the ice, looking for McCarthy. Grizzlies jabbed it away. Good effort by Adam Berg. A lot of energy here, despite this being the 3rd game in less than 48 hours for both clubs. Grizzlies will carry it off the near glass. Puck goes into the Bloomington zone as both teams race after it. No icing on the play as Grizzlies deepen their offensive zone. 2-on-2 scrum in the near corner as Grizzly player Briley Wood gets cross-checked in the back continually. Puck goes back up top, left point. Lefty shot, and that one sticked away by Peretz. As we're about 7 minutes in, still no score. Grizzlies get it up top to Wood. He gets it taken away by a Bison shin as Barbashev will feed it to the right side. Shot goes wide on Barczewski as they miss the net stick side. Wood out to center ice. Grizzlies will step over the offensive line, and they'll brush it towards Manning, who one-hands it to the right corner. Grizzlies get dragged down as they were looking for Briley Wood on the right side. No call. Grizzlies have it back in neutral ice, and they'll drive it back in as the Bison will retreat and get the puck deep in their own zone. As Utah's taken 2 shots, Bison have only taken 1. We haven't seen an official shot here in the last few minutes. As Warner gets it back, he'll throw it to the far side. Grizzlies chip it to neutral ice. Rink-wide feed goes tape to tape towards Cade Nielsen. Nielsen skates towards the near goal line, now around Bloomington's net. Nielsen, 7.5 minutes in, gets it across to Shea. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's blocked by a stick. Puck goes back towards Shea, who feeds to the right point. Hunter Warner will tap it off the end boards. Peretz out of his net. He'll spin it along the near wing wall. Puck goes to Nielsen. Back towards Shea, who directs it across, looking for Corbett. It glanced off of his skate on to Bloomington. Bison will move it across to the left wing. Bloomington feeds to the middle of the ice. Shea was looking to intercept it. It goes past him near the Bloomington bench. Let's see. The Bison were in the middle of a line change. I think they got caught with too many. Bloomington was in the middle of a line change. Shea's pass went towards the Bloomington bench, and it looked like a Bison player played the puck. 11:57 is left in the first period. Still no score as the officials will look after it, and we'll see if Utah's a power play when we come back. Kind of late arriving crowd over in Bloomington as there's no score 8 minutes in. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Grizzlies get a power play. 11:57 is left in the first period. As the Bison were called for a bench minor, too many men on the ice. That's the third time in this series that the Bison have been called for too many men on the ice. Patrick Bykov will represent the Bison in the penalty box. Grizzlies' power play this season is 17.6%. Bloomington's penalty kill is 81.4%. Draws in the left circle. Grizzlies win the offensive zone face-off. Puck goes to the high slot. Now to the right side for Fonstad as he will direct it back towards the right side. As Lebster will skate towards the right circle, chip it back to Fonstad, who feeds it up top to Dashke. Dashke fires towards the net, and he scores! Derek Dashke gives the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead. There was some traffic out in front. Maybe it got redirected. Either way, it's a power play goal, and the Grizzlies draw first blood this afternoon. Boy, Dashke just kind of fired a prayer towards the net from the right wing as Lebster threw it towards Fonstad, back to Dashke on the right side. The captain, Mick Messner, is trying to redirect it, and it's tough to tell whether Messner got a piece of it or not. It's either Dashke's 7th of the year or it's Messner's 8th. As Grizzlies get a power play goal, there's a Grizzly fan that's behind the Bloomington net that was pretty excited. It looks like Derek Dashke is going to get credited for the goal, 8-18 into the first, with the assists going to Reed Lebster and Cole Fonstad. From neutral ice, the puck goes all the way on to Barczewski, and he will cover it up in front of the crease. 11:31 left in the first period. So we talked about scoring first and the importance of getting off to an early lead. Grizzlies are 7-3-2 when scoring first this season. The Bison only have 2 victories this year when the opposition scored first. Bloomington's a team that does a great job protecting leads, but they don't necessarily come from behind all that often. And with this being the third game in 3 days, it may be a lower scoring game, especially with both teams having good goaltenders in net. 11:22 is left in the first. Draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone as the puck ended up rolling on to Barczewski, who stops it. Draws in the right circle. Kind of looks like a late arriving crowd. The seats are a shade of blue, but it looks like a different shade of blue than what the Bison are wearing today. It's not quite mountain blue, and it's not quite navy blue. Off the draw, slot lefty shot. Glove saved by Barczewski. That shot was taken by Jake Murray as Bloomington won the draw. Got it towards Murray in the high slot, and he fired away on Barczewski. Cooper Jones is out on the ice. Jones is making his 3rd appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. He was acquired in a trade with Jacksonville earlier this week. Grizzlies won the draw. They outlet it towards Mastrodonato. It goes off his stick and deep in the Bison zone. Running it down in the left corner. Far side is Chad Hillebrand, Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. As Hillebrand holds his ground, he's a big 6'4" and 200 pounds. Puck goes towards Jones, who feeds it near the Grizzlies bench. And the Grizzlies slice it deep into the Bison zone towards the right side. Mastrodonato chases after it. Grizzlies have done a good job challenging Bloomington in their own zone, making them work to get the puck out to neutral ice. Chong-Ming Lee turns it over at center ice. Grizzlies skate in. Shea down the middle, take a lefty shot, and it goes wide. Perret sprawls towards his left as he spins his tires around. Cooper Jones towards the right wing, skating towards the point. He has a glance off his stick as Cooper Jones will retreat and get the puck at the Utah line. He tried to brush it ahead. Bloomington keeps it in the offensive zone before it's taken away by Luke Manning. He'll move it to the far side. Now somebody off the screen will gather it and outlet it towards the Bloomington line. Pass goes tape to tape. Grizzlies skate in. Right side, Manning will shovel it towards the net and it goes wide. Puck to the high slot. Grizzlies will skate in. Yoon moves it to his right for Manning. Manning drops it for Briley Wood in the right corner. Wood retreats, gets the puck as he gets held up along his left shoulder as Yoon keeps it on the right side, and he has a glance off a Bison skater. Bloomington skates in. Chong-Ming Lee, left side, righty shot. That goes wide as he missed the net. Stick side on Barcheski. There's a big-time hit delivered near the Grizzlies bench. I think that's Adam Berg. Grizzlies get the puck back as Utah will drag the puck out to neutral ice. Dashke will fire it off the near wing wall as he was looking for a cutter in the Bloomington zone. Puck goes back to the Utah line where it's taken by Yoon, who negotiates his way to center ice, and he will backhand it in after crossing the center red line. Pretz likes to play the puck behind his net, and he'll drop it for a Bison skater. Bloomington out to center ice left wing. Skating in is Lockhart, but the Bison are offside with 9:23 left in the first. Lockhart just hesitated a little bit before entering the offensive zone. Lockhart's got 8 goals this season, including the game winner in last night's contest. Utah leads 1-0 as Derek Dashke scored his 7th of the year on the power play. He has 3 power play goals in his last 6 games. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Utah leads 1-0 as there's 9:23 left in the first period. Neutral zone draws. Bloomington was called for offside before the timeout. Both teams have 3 shots. Derek Dashke has 2 of them for Utah, and Adam Berg has 1 shot. Dashke scored a power play goal 8:18 into the first with Cole Fonstad and Reed Lebster picking up the assists. That's Dashke's 4th power play goal of the season. He now leads Utah with 10 power play points. Grizzlies win the draw. Cody Corbett will slide it towards Cade Nilsson, who's out there with Armstrong and Shea. Nilsson loses his balance. Bloomington skates in. Down the middle, lefty shot. That goes wide. Not quite sure if Barcheski got a piece of it as we didn't get a good look at him. Hunter Warner behind his net will skip it off the near wing wall towards Neil Shea, who gets it across to Nilsson, who steps over the line left wing. Nilsson rolls along the boards. Armstrong delivers a good push on Bloomington behind their net. As the Bison's Brett Budgell's got a point in 6 straight. He'll backhand it to center ice. Bison skate in with momentum, but the Grizzlies are back defensively. Bloomington skates towards the right side. Corbett delivers a push on a Bison skater as the puck goes up top, but Utah picks it off. Good job by the Grizzlies anticipating the play. Shea over towards Armstrong, who was the one that picked the puck off in the Grizzlies zone. Bloomington skates back in. Bison towards the end boards. Nilsson delivers a push on a Bison skater to cut off the momentum. Bloomington towards the right point. Will shovel it back to the corner that's been vacated. Bison get knocked down on the right side. Grizzlies have been pretty physical here throughout. Bloomington shuffles towards the high slot. McCarthy will roll it towards the net as Bloomington tried to feather it out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark. Now right side, righty shot. That one's blocked away. Might have gotten blocked before it got to Barcheski. Now right point. That shot misses wide. Both teams just have 3 shots. Grizzlies have put together a great defensive effort here in the first period. Chong-Ming Lee throws it towards the middle, right side. Righty shot misses wide. Dashke was out in front of the net trying to block it. Grizzlies will slide it out to center ice right wing. Over the line is Shea. He'll stop along the right wing boards. He waits for everybody else to enter the offensive zone. As Yoon back towards Shea. He's in the right point. Shea will backhand it towards the end boards. The Grizzlies player gets held up by McCarthy. 2-on-2 scrum behind the net. Messner trying to chip it out in front, looking for a cutting Dashke. Bloomington picks it off. Bison get to center ice. They cross the center red and dump it in. Barczewski stays in net. Puck slides towards the left wing corner. Now back towards the left side. One-timer. That one goes wide, taken by Budgel. Budgel couldn't quite reach the puck as it ended up in the left circle. Shot is blocked by Gallant. Shot was taken from the high slot. Now Bloomington gets it in deep as the glass goes swaying back and forth as the Grizzlies deliver yet another bone-crushing hit. Fitz the scratch tonight. Somebody backhanded it into the Bloomington zone. As Grizzlies battle with Jake Murray. Murray behind the net. Grizzlies gather it right side. Fonstad fires towards the net, and that misses wide. Dashke over in the left point. He gathers it. Grizzlies in the offensive zone across to Warner. He'll fire towards the net, and a score! Hillebrand was battling in front of the net as Hunter Warner got it on net, and I think Warner picked it up. Hillebrand took some of the vision away from Peretz, and it's now a 2-0 game. Hillebrand's done that all series where he's been an impact out in front of the net. He was battling with the Bison skater, and Warner fired on net, and Peretz had no clue where the puck was. I believe it's going to be Hunter Warner's first as a Grizzly. If Hillebrand didn't get a piece of it, Hillebrand was out in front battling with Bryce Montgomery, and Hillebrand goes 6'4", 201. Montgomery is 6'5", and 230. It's Hunter Warner officially getting the goal 13-17 into the first period. It's not his first pro goal, as he did score a few goals with Iowa. He had 4 goals in 195 games with the Iowa Wild over a 5-year stretch. And Hunter Warner picks up his first as a Grizzly as Utah dumps it in after winning the faceoff. Grizz lead 2-0. They have 2 goals on 4 shots. Grizzlies in the offensive zone, and they've been the aggressor here this afternoon. Utah dance around. Now they'll drop it off. Left circle, lefty shot saved by Peretz in the butterfly position. Now the puck goes towards the far side, run down by the Bison. Bloomington will slide it towards their left as the Bison will carry it across center ice. Bloomington over the line. Berger will drop it towards Matsushima, who gets to the near goal line. Now Bloomington looking to get it back to Matsushima. He gets it off the near wing wall. Matsushima shuffles his feet. Now he swirls around as he skates towards the left point. He'll feed it to the high slot. Lefty shot saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes towards the left corner. Bison feed it up top. It stays in. Shot from the high slot is blocked by Hillebrand, who's wearing number 44. That was one of the old numbers that Andrew Nilsson wore a few years ago. Bison around the net as Bloomington will negotiate their way towards the right corner now up top. They feather it towards Berger. Now back to Berger on the give and go from the slot. Berger fires towards traffic, and that one's blocked away by Corbett. Grizzlies will carry it out across center ice. Mastrodonado will cross center ice, and he'll dump it in as the Grizzlies will hit the reset button, and so does Bloomington as the Grizzlies lead 2-0 with 5:25 and counting left in the first. Bloomington's outshot Utah 6-5 so far. Diagonal pass connects to the left side. Bison will skate in. Angle towards the right. Right circle. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies' Briley Wood will get it. He'll lunge the puck out to center ice. Grizzlies lose their momentum near the Bloomington bench as they were skating after a loose puck. Grizzlies over the line. Skate towards the left corner. 2-on-2 scrum. Bison get challenged by Wood. Utah comes out with a puck. Sharp angled shot goes just wide, and it collects out of play with 4:54 left in the first. Hunter Warner gets his first in the Utah uniform. He scored 13-17 into the first period as Utah leads 2-0 with just under 5 minutes left in the first period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's 2-0 Grizzlies late in the first period. Hunter Warner's goal was scored 13-17 in to give Utah a 2-0 lead. Derek Dashke and Cole Fonstad picked up the assists. Dashke now has 1 goal and 1 assist, and Cole Fonstad has 2 assists on the night. For Dashke, he now has 7 multiple-point games this season, which breaks a tie for the club lead with Neil Shea. And for Cole Fonstad, that is his second multiple-point game this season. As the Grizzlies skating 5-on-5, they're in their own zone. Andrew Nelson will chip it to his left. Grizzlies get to center ice and wing it out to the right side. Grizzlies, Jones centers out to Lebster. His shot goes wide, and it deflects out of play with 4:34 left in the first. But a great idea by the Grizzlies. Jones was in the right side. He found Lebster cutting down the middle. Jones' pass went tape to tape, and Lebster had a good look for his 8th of the year, but he was denied by Pretz. So Grizzlies are off and running here in the first period. Grizzlies look to be determined to end the 3-game losing streak and try to get back to playing the type of hockey that they were playing before this road trip. Before the trip, the Grizzlies had won 6 of their last 8 games. But they've lost 3 in a row, but they're still 6-5 over their last 11 games. Grizzlies get it out to center ice. Lebster tried to move it in, and he fanned on it. Bloomington at center ice. They'll dump it in. Camera's a little bit too wide to figure out who's who. As now let's zoom in a little bit more. Big guy out to center ice, looking for Lebster. He will race after it. No icing as Lebster will skate deep into the Bison zone. He gets there a stride before a Bloomington player over in the far corner. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Bloomington comes out of the pile with the puck as Maxime Barbashev will outlet it to center ice. Bloomington steps over the center red line and dump it in as Lockhart collides with Nielsen as the glass goes swaying back and forth. Shea taps it off a Grizzly stick at center ice. Armstrong chasing after it. He skates into the Bison zone without the puck. He gets interfered with, no call. As we only had 1 power play in the game. That was a Grizzlies goal. Right side, lefty shot. And that one goes wide. Firing towards the net is Budgel, who's got 11 goals this season. That misses wide. Now right side, Bison trying to feed it to the far goal line. Grizzlies get it, and they clear it out to center. Puck goes back into the Bison zone as we have 3.5 minutes left in the first period. Utah leads 2-0. Bison dump it in. Grizzlies will hustle after it. Yoon gets the puck behind Barczewski's net. He's got 2 guys cutting towards his left. A home run pass towards the right side connects, but the Grizzlies are offside. Boy, Yoon sliced 1/3 of the length of the ice towards Mastro Donato, but the linesman says that Mastro was offside, so the whistle blew with 3:09 left in the first. So draw's either going to come to neutral ice or it might come back into the Grizzlies zone. It's a Bloomington offensive zone draw. Fonstad with 2 assists this evening. He'll take the draw against Eddie Matsushima, who had 1 goal and 1 assist for Bloomington last night. Matsushima spent the last 3 seasons with the Tulsa Oilers, where he may have been Tulsa's best forward over the last 2 years. Matsushima's kicked out of the faceoff circle. Gavin Gould, who goes 5'8", 165 pounds. He'll take the draw. He wins it. Left side, righty shot, saved by Barczewski. A battle in front of the net. Puck twirls towards the far corner, taking it's Cody Corbett, and he'll chip it ahead. Puck skips Mastro Donato at center ice. He'll send it off the near wing boards deep into the Bison zone. Behind the net, Yoon gathers it, and he'll drop it for Corbett. Grizzlies far goal line. Centering pass out in front goes wide as Utah was looking for somebody out in front of the crease. 2-on-2 battle over in the corner as Hillebrand will hold his ground. Boy, Hillebrand's a strong player, and he's really used that strength on display here a few times this weekend as he just leans on a Bison skater, and that's Gavin Gould. Puck trickles towards the back of Bloomington's net. Bison gather the puck, and they'll fire a home run pass to nobody in particular. Grizzlies run it down in their own end. 2 minutes, 22 seconds and counting left in the first. 2-0 Utah. Grizzlies will race out to center ice. Hunter Warner, who scored his first goal in a Utah uniform, will chip it in. Warner goes 6'4", 223 pounds. Puck towards the far side. Mastro Donato will skate towards the left corner. He gets cut off. Now the puck towards the left corner. A Grizzly player goes down looking for a penalty, but there was no purchase. Bloomington over the offensive line, 2-on-3. Bison try to get around a double team, and they do. Shot saved by Barczewski. He holds on with 1:55 left in the first. So draws game in the Grizzlies zone. Bloomington has outshot Utah 9-7, but the Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead. It's game 36 for the Grizzlies. After today, we have reached the halfway point of the regular season. Draw one by Utah as they will toss a prayer over to the Bloomington line. It's run down by Wood. He'll move it to the corner as Berg skates over there. He gets his stick lifted. Puck slides towards the right wing. Jones throws it to the right corner. The only guy there was a Bison player. Bloomington will trickle it out towards Budgel. He'll drop it off. The Bison are on side. Now Budgel gets it right side. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's blocked away by Barczewski. Puck towards the left side. Bloomington fires towards the net. Barczewski makes that save. Shot was taken, we believe, by Matsushima. There's a minute 29 left in the first, and the faceoff's going to be in the Grizzlies zone as both teams will get reinforcements on the ice. We would say that both teams are getting 5 fresh skaters on the ice, but that is definitely not the case with this being the third game in less than 48 hours. I think both teams know the importance to getting off to a fast start in this particular game, as fatigue is obviously going to settle in as the game progresses. And for the Grizzlies, it's huge to get the first 2 goals of the contest. Draw one by the Grizzlies. 3 might be the magic number. Bloomington has not won a game this season when allowing 3 or more goals. Grizzlies over the line. Lebster fires towards the net. Saved by Peretz. As the puck towards the end boards, Bloomington will slide it to the near side. Lebster keeps it in. He fires on net, and it goes wide. Actually, it wouldn't be on net if it went wide. Bloomington skates towards the left point as they fake it to Yoon. Stopping in the high slots, McMaster. He fires towards the net. Peretz makes the save, and he dives on the puck in front of the crease as the Bloomington goaltender holds on with 59 seconds left in the first. Boy, the Grizzlies are moving the puck around pretty well, and it looks like they're playing about as well as they did in the Kansas City series. And it's important for the Grizzlies to get some positive momentum before the 6-game homestand, which begins on Friday night against the Wichita Thunder. It's going to be an AFC Friday where tickets start at just $12 when you pay using your AFC debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. We hope to see you on Friday night as the Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder, who are one of the more surprising teams in the Mountain Division. Wichita is off this week, and they are currently in 3rd place in the Mountain Division. The Bison will carry it across center ice after winning the draw. They skate from right to left. Budgel will skate towards the corner, make that Barbashev. He gets cut off by Yoon. Dashke behind the net will spin it out towards the right corner. Bloomington fires towards the net, and it tapped off the something. Masher Donato gets the bouncing puck near circle. He trying to get to Hillebrand at center ice. The Bison pick it off. Half a minute to go in the first period. Bison tried to dump it in. Yoon challenged them. Bloomington will just carry it into the offensive zone. Left point. Murphy fires towards the net. Save. Rebound shot. Saved by Barczewski. And the puck goes towards the left point, but Murphy wasn't home. Out to center ice. Puck lifts towards the Utah line. And the Bison will fire it into the near corner where it's taken by Dashke. 10 seconds and counting left in the first. And this has been an outstanding first period by the Grizzlies. Bloomington outshot Utah 10-9, but the Grizzlies got a power play goal from Derek Dashke, 8:18 into the first period, and exactly 15 seconds into that power play. And then Hunter Warner was over in the right corner. He just kind of fired a prayer towards the net, and it ended up trickling through as Chad Hillebrand was battling with Bryce Montgomery out in front. Fans are headed off for the concession stands. I think I saw a few Grizzlies fans over in attendance over in Bloomington at Grossinger Motors Arena. Both teams head to the locker room, and for the Grizzlies, they have a 2-0 lead. Utah's done a good job protecting leads this season. When leading after one frame, the Grizzlies have a record of 5-2. When leading after 2 periods, the Grizzlies are 8-0. So we'll see if the Grizzlies can come away with something in the second period. They do have a second period goal in 19 of their last 21 games. And we mentioned 3 being the magic number. Bloomington has not won a game this season when allowing 3 or more goals. They are 0-9-3 in those situations. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. It was a strong first 20 minutes of play for the Utah Grizzlies as they lead Bloomington 2-0 after 1 period of play. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
After one period over at Grossinger Motors Arena, Grizzlies lead the Bison 2-0. There was only one penalty in the first period. That was Patrick Bykov, as the Bison, for the third time this series, were called for a bench minor. Too many men on the ice. 15 seconds into the Grizzlies' power play, it was Derek Daschke scoring his 7th of the year, with Cole Fonstad and Reed Lepster getting the assists. Mick Messner was net front trying to redirect the Daschke shot, but he didn't get a piece of it. But the Grizzlies find the back of the net. Daschke now has 3 power play goals in his last 7 games, with this being the 7th game. Daschke leads Utah with 10 power play points this season, 4 goals and 6 assists. Cole Fonstad and Reed Lepster each picked up an assist on the Daschke power play goal, 8:18 into the first period. About 5 minutes later, Hunter Warner was over in the right point, and he just helicoptered one towards the net. Chad Hillebrand was battling with Bryce Montgomery, and because of that, you got 2 big guys out in front of Peretz. Hillebrand goes 6'4", Montgomery 6'5". I'm not sure Peretz really had good vision on it, and the puck ended up going through glove side past Peretz to make it a 2-0 game. And really, that's kind of a constant theme of the 2 goals. One of the common themes, first goal, Messner was out in front of the net, creating some traffic and at least taking away some of the vision of Peretz, the Bloomington goaltender. And in the second goal, with Warner's goal, Hillebrand did the same thing. One of the things I'm really excited to see Chad Hillebrand, assuming he doesn't get called up to Colorado this week, and he's in the Grizzlies lineup this weekend against Wichita, is his size really makes an impact. He's very strong, not only with the puck, but without the puck. He's strong battling in front of the net with even some of the bigger defensemen, and Montgomery goes 230 pounds, and Hillebrand was able to muscle long enough to hold his ground and create traffic, and Warner was able to sneak one through. There was a battle over in the right corner of the Bloomington zone, and Hillebrand held his ground pretty well. There was another instance yesterday where Hillebrand just kind of muscled his way with the puck because he was very strong in creating his own scoring chance. I'm really looking forward to seeing Chad Hillebrand this weekend, making his home debut at Maverick Center, as he was just recently reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. That came this past Thursday. That was after the Cincinnati game, and Hillebrand joined the Grizzlies for this Bloomington series this weekend. The Hunter Warner goal, 13-17 in, was assisted by Daschke and Fonstad. Daschke now has 1 goal and 1 assist tonight, and Fonstad has 2 assists and 12 on the season. It's Fonstad's second 2-assist game of the season, as he was signed by the Grizzlies in early December at about the same time that Andrew Nilsson came over in a trade with the Worcester Railers. Jake Barczewski stopped all 10 shots he saw in the first period. Yana Peretz saved 7 of 9. There was only 1 power play. Grizzlies are 1 for 1 on the man advantage. Bloomington has yet to go on the power play this afternoon. Other action involving Mountain Division teams. Tulsa, late in the first period, has a 2-0 lead over the Idaho Steelheads. Aucoin and Michael Farron have the Tulsa goals. Tulsa is 0 for, it doesn't have a power play. Idaho is 0 for 1. So the Oilers lead 2-0 over the Idaho Steelheads. That game is late in the first period. And oddly enough, if the playoffs started today, Idaho would be on the outside looking in. Tulsa right now is in 4th place in the Mountain Division with 46 standings points, and Tulsa actually has the 3rd best point percentage in the division. Idaho is in 5th place in terms of standings points and point percentage as we speak. So Idaho would be on the outside looking in if the playoffs start today, and the Steelheads trail the Oilers 2-0. That game is late in the first period. After one frame, Iowa leads Tahoe 2-0. Iowa got goals from Walsh and Bosk. Dakota Raby is in the lineup for Iowa. He hasn't registered any stats. Raby is a former Grizzly forward. And Iowa leads after one period 2-0 over the Tahoe Night Monsters. Heading into the third period, Wheeling leads Worcester 2-1. Late second period, South Carolina has a 3-2 lead over Greenville. And also late in the second period, Norfolk leads Trois-Rivières 2-1. When we come back, we'll go over some NFL and NHL scores. We'll check in on those who are living the dream. Grizzlies got first period goals from Derek Daschke and Hunter Warner as Utah leads the Bloomington Bison 2-0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
After one period, Utah leads Bloomington 2-0. In the NFL divisional playoffs in the NFC, the Eagles lead the Rams 13-10. That game has 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Jalen Hurts had a 44-yard touchdown run in the first quarter to give the Eagles a 6-0 lead. Matthew Stafford responded with a touchdown pass to Tyler Higbee. The extra point was good. The Eagles missed the extra point on the Hurts touchdown run, so LA took a 7-6 lead. Then Saquon Barkley, late in the first period with 1:07 left, scored on a 62-yard touchdown run. The point after was good by Jake Elliott. Eagles led 13-7. In the second period, Cardi scored a 30-yard field goal, and that cut into the Eagles' lead. 13-10 is where it sits now as the Eagles lead the Rams. The winner will take on the Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship game. The AFC playoffs, Buffalo and Baltimore will meet at 4:30. Buffalo is a 1-point favorite, and that should be an interesting one. The winner of that game will face the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll go over some NHL scores as Utah leads 2-0 on goals from Derek Daschke and Hunter Warner. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Three NHL games this afternoon. The Senators defeat the Devils 2-1, and that game has gone final. Anton Forsberg had a great game for Ottawa. He saved 25 of 26. He was the game's number one star. Ottawa gets the victory over New Jersey 2-1. At 5 o'clock, the Rangers take on the Canadiens. Rangers are 22-20-3 on the year. Montreal is 22-19-4. And at 6 o'clock, the Red Wings take on the Dallas Stars. On Monday, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, will take on the Minnesota Wild. Avalanche are 28-18-1 on the season. Minnesota is 27-15-4. At 7:30, the Utah Hockey Club tomorrow will take on the Winnipeg Jets. Utah picked up a huge victory over the St. Louis Blues last night. Final score was 4-2. The Hockey Club is 19-19-7 on the year. The Jets are 31-13-3. When we come back, we'll talk some hockey, and we'll have second period action as the Grizzlies lead the Bloomington Bison 2-0. This has been the first intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Friday night, we'll start a 6-game homestand for the Grizzlies. 3 straight against the Wichita Thunder. Remember, Friday night's going to be an AFCU Friday where tickets start at just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. Saturday night's going to be a 7:10 start, and then Monday, January 27th, will be the series finale. And with that, you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com to take advantage of that offer. And then the Idaho Steelheads will be in town the following weekend. Friday, January 31st will be the first of that 3-game set, and that's going to be an AFCU Friday as well. The Guns N' Hoses extravaganza will be on Saturday, February 1st. There will be 3 charity games in the afternoon leading up to the Grizzlies game at 7:10. That should be a lot of fun. That will be the second of the 3-game series. And then Monday, February 3rd, will be the final home game of the homestand. Grizzlies will take on Idaho, and that's another game where you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com or by calling the Maverick Center box office at 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. There are 4 players who have appeared in every game for the Grizzlies this season. They are out there once again this afternoon. The 4 players are Cole Gallant, Luke Manning, Mick Messner, and Briley Wood. All 4 of those forwards have not missed a game. Greg Armstrong was out of the lineup for the first time all season on January 17th, which was this past Friday. On Saturday night, Armstrong scored his 5th goal of the season. He has 5 goals in his last 15 games, and he scored Utah's lone goal. The Grizzlies scored 2 goals here in the first period. It's the first time all road trip that the Grizzlies have scored a first period goal. We'll see if the Grizzlies could add on to the lead here early in the second period as the Grizzlies lead the Bison 2-0. We'll come back in 1 minute and have second period action. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Utah leads 2-0 heading into the second period. Of the 9 shots Utah has, Derek Daschke has 2. Reed Lepster also has 2 shots, and Cody Corbett took 2 shots in the first period. Mick Messner, Adam Berg, and Hunter Warner each had 1 shot, with Warner's 1 look coming from the right point, finding the back of the net. 13-17 into the first. For Bloomington, they took 10 shots. Patrick Bykov took 2, as well as Thomas Stewart and Jared Westcott. Then 4 other Bison skaters had 1 shot through 1 period. Should be the same 5 that started the game that will be out there to start the second period. That's Brian Yoon and Derek Daschke, with a forward line of Mastrodonato, Fonstad, and Hillebrand. Jake Barczewski's been solid in net, and really since late December, he has really been a consistent performer. 4-3 over his last 7 games with a save percentage of close to .920. Draw at center ice is won by Bloomington. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it on Flow Sports. As the Bison dump it in, Barczewski behind his net will brush it towards the right wing wall over in the corner. Battle as Chongming Lee battles with 2 Grizzlies. Puck goes up top. Grizzlies will dump it in as Hillebrand got interfered with. No call. Icing is on the Grizzlies. As we get our first whistle of the second period, 19 seconds in. So draw is going to come back towards Jake Barczewski. Both teams will keep the same 5 on the ice. Last game of the road trip, Grizzlies return home on Friday night. Bloomington wins the draw. Montgomery right side, righty shot goes wide. The puck trickles out to center ice. Bloomington will race after. Grizzlies get there first. Hillebrand skates along the right wing. He'll skate around Bloomington's net. Hillebrand will chip it back towards the left corner. Grizzlies will skate towards the left point, and they'll direct it to Daschke, who feeds it over to Hillebrand, who gets to the near goal line for Mastrodonato. Mastro will slide it across as Yoon will backhand it to Fonstad. He's in the right point, but the puck goes out to center ice. Fonstad retreats after it at Grizzlies ice. He'll slide it across to Daschke. Now back towards Hillebrand in the right wing. He'll dump it in as Utah makes their first line change of the second period. 1 minute in. Neither team's taken a shot here so far in the middle frame. Bloomington back behind their net. Grizzlies are doing a really good job in making a concerted effort of challenging Bloomington in their own zone, really forcing the Bison to put together a good effort just to get the puck to neutral ice. Bison will skip it towards the right wing for Gould. He'll tap it just outside the right circle. Bison are over in the offensive zone. Lee will cycle the puck towards the left corner. Bloomington's Eddie Matsushima will skate towards the left circle. He skates in. Lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes towards the left corner as Nilsson knocks down a Bison skater. Puck goes back towards Nilsson. He's in the left corner, and he'll brush it across. It goes along the wall towards the right point. Kept in by Bloomington's Zach Hoffman. Now the puck trickles out to neutral ice and into the Bison zone. Bloomington regathers the puck as they reset the attack. 1 minute and 53 seconds into the second period. Long range pass, angle left, taps off the boards. Grizzlies skate around their own net. Utah slice it up top, but it stays in. Skating in, Chongming Lee will take a shot. Save. Rebound shot saved by Barczewski as he makes a sprawling stop towards his right. He loses the stick. He gets it back. Left point, Bison, move it across. Right point, Hoffman. Righty shot goes wide as it tapped off the glass. Puck slides towards the far wing boards. Now Bloomington skates in, left wing. Shot saved by Barczewski. And Jake holds on with 17:39 left in the second. So Bloomington has taken the first 4 shots here in the second period. Barczewski stopped all 14, including all 4 here in the second period. Shot from the right side, kick saved by Barczewski, and then he pretty much did the splits as he was moving towards his right. Couldn't tell if a second shot was taken as he had lost his stick on the way. Manning will take the draw against Maxim Barbashev. Face-off serve in the left circle of the Grizzly zone. Utah wins the draw. They'll tap it out to new tries. Puck bounces like a basketball and it's forced back into the right corner as Utah will move it ahead. Now out to Adam Berg along the left wing. He'll skate to center ice and he'll tap it in. Wood chases after. He gets there about the same time as Barbashev. Grizzlies trying to poke it back towards Berg. Bloomington will clear it off the near wing wall. Now cross ice feed. Goes towards the Utah line. Warner will slice it into the Bloomington bench as we get a whistle with 17:13 left in the second. Bloomington is led by Philip Barsky. He's the first-year head coach. Grizzlies are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz, who is the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points in team history. So draws in the left circle of the Grizzly zone. Utah looking to salvage the 4th game of this road trip. Bloomington wins the face-off. They spin it along behind Barczewski's net. Puck goes towards the near wing boards. Loose puck. Grizzlies come out with it. Grizzlies have done a good job winning the 50-50 pucks today. Out to center ice. Armstrong tried to nudge his stick towards it. Puck goes to Berg, who gets to the Bloomington line, and he overskates it as he got challenged by a Bison skater at the line. Bison get it back. They'll push it to the right side across center ice. Dumping it in is Dalton Duhart, who's a -3 this season, has 5 assists in 18 games. Shea hustles after a puck. It glanced off of his stick. Bloomington in the offensive zone. They feed it to the left point. Now across. Hoffman will fire towards the net, and that's blocked away as he was looking for somebody to redirect it in front of the crease. Grizzlies skate in, but Neil Shea will throw it towards the end boards as he just lost control before he was able to take a shot. 3-on-2 battle with Bloomington getting numbers. They yank the puck out of the pile. So Bison get out to new tries. Bloomington will skate in, right point. Righty shot goes wide. That was taken by Sam Code at number 11. A Grizzly player falls down along the far boards as Bloomington will skate down the middle. Lefty shot as Barczewski slid towards his right. Puck never got to him. 4 minutes into the second period, Grizzlies will tap it off the near boards. Pass Shea out to center ice. Hoffman will backhand it to his right. Brett Budgel skates horizontally towards the far wing. Now chip it to his left. Bison in. Shot goes wide of the mark as they're looking for somebody to redirect it at the front of the goal mouth. Yoon back to the left corner, gets it towards Armstrong, who tried to brush it ahead to new tries. Puck goes back towards the near wing wall. Gentle push in a mile dark, and the old biscuit bounces like a basketball into the Bison zone. Over to the far side, Bloomington gets control of the puck as they skate out to center ice, but then they overskate it. Hillebrand's in the area. He collects the puck. He'll get it to the near side. Nilsson with a long-range feed that goes wide of the mark to the right side. Puck slides towards the left corner. Fonstad gets it. He'll skate towards the point. He'll drop it for Nilsson, who danced around in the left point. Now he fires towards the net, and that ricochets off the end boards wide as he missed the net stick side on Peretz. As the Bison will guide it off the stick. It goes towards the right corner. Hillebrand runs it down. So skate around Bloomington's net. Hillebrand now reverses his field back towards the far side, looking for a wraparound shot. Saved by Peretz. And he holds on with 14:49 left in the second. Once again, Hillebrand was strong with the puck as he just skated towards the near side, then reversed his field, looking for a wraparound, but Peretz closed the door to keep it a 2-0 game. So it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. This is certainly the best they've looked all road trip. With Hillebrand joining the club, Grizzlies have 9 players who have game experience in the American Hockey League or on the current roster. Draw won by Bloomington. They skate from left to right here in the period. As over to the near side, they try to get it to Chong-Ming Lee. As Nilsson will have it lift off his stick. It stays in play along the near wing wall. McCarthy gets it. He'll feather it across. Now a helicoptering pass towards Matsushima. He'll gather it and skate around Utah's net towards the far side. Matsushima's got pretty good speed. He'll toss it to the high slot. Now lefty shot by Jake Murray is sticked away by Masha Donato. Now Murray gets it back in the left point. He'll move it to Matsushima. He's on the right side. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. And now back to the left wing. McCarthy throws it towards Matsushima. His lefty shot bounces wide. Grizzlies get the loose puck along the near wing wall, and they'll get it out to center ice. Utah will have a tap back to center ice where it's gathered by Hillebrand. He'll move it to his left for Fonstad, who steps over the offensive line. He steps in the left point as Grizzlies make a change. Fonstad dumps it off the Bloomington backboards, and he'll skate towards the bench. Bloomington has the puck behind their own net as we have a moving clock with 13:46 left in the second. Bloomington gets to center ice. Murray chips it in. Barczewski will drop it for Hunter Warner, who picked up his first goal as a Grizzly late in the second period. Utah ahead as they step over the line, and getting taken off the puck is Gallant by a Bison defenseman. Bloomington will race out to neutral ice. They'll move it towards Lockhart. Grizzlies out to center ice, and taking its Corbett, he'll zip it in as he'll retreat defensively as Peretz rolls it along the right wing wall. Messner will backhand it towards Warner, who gets spun around in the right circle. Puck goes back over to Bloomington as they will shovel it into the Grizzlies zone. Over to the right side. Grizzlies with a good side check, and that was Luke Manning as he tried to get it towards Wood. Puck goes back to Bloomington. Right side, lefty shot goes wide. Chung-Ming Lee retreats after the puck. He gets it. He'll move it over to the left point. Bison feed it horizontally. Shot is blocked away. That was taken by Thomas Stewart, number 22. Grizzlies will bounce the puck out to center ice and into the Bloomington zone. Grizzlies take it away. Right side, lefty shot. That misses wide. The shot was taken by the captain, Mick Messner. Messner gets pushed into the left corner boards. Bloomington will race out to center ice. Grizzlies will brush it back into their own zone with the puck. Derek Dashke's already got 2 points tonight. Fakes it to his left as he will shuffle towards the left side. Puck goes back towards Dashke and will direct it off the far wing wall. Grizzlies will nudge it out to center ice, and it goes beyond into the Bison zone where Bloomington regathers it. Bison skates towards the right corner. Grizzlies deliver a good push, and we get a whistle with 12:09 left in the second. Utah leads 2-0. We're back in 1 minute. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Grizzlies 2, Bloomington 0. Don't forget to join us on Friday night at Maverick Center for the first of a 3-game series against the Wichita Thunder. It's an AFC Friday where tickets start at just $12 when you pay using your AFC debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. Draws in the Bloomington zone as there's 12 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second. Bison have 18 shots. Grizzlies have 10, as Bloomington has a large edge in the shot count in the second period. Grizzlies won the draw. They pedaled towards the right corner, stopping on a dime is Yoon. He'll get to Berg behind the net. He picked up an assist last night. Berg will skate towards the right corner that Yoon vacated. Now he'll flip it up top to Yoon. Over to Dashke left side. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Berg over to the left wing. Now he's at the high slot. He'll take a lefty shot, and he scores! Berg fired into traffic, and now it's now a 3-0 game. And it looks like Adam Berg gets his second of the year. And once again, the Grizzlies got traffic in front of Peretz, and Adam Berg scored from the high slot. Interesting enough, all 3 of the goals the Grizzlies have scored have come from near the blue line. Dashke and Warner in the first period, and Adam Berg gets his second of the season. So the Grizzlies have 3 goals on 11 shots here in the first half of play, as Utah has been firing on all cylinders tonight. There was Luke Manning this time getting action in front of the net, and once again it looked like Peretz didn't have good vision of it. As we return to live action, puck is in the Grizzlies zone near side. Jones in the area. as the Bison will pedal towards the right point and drop it back to the spot that was vacated in the right corner. Bison over to the left side as Utah will knife it away. Grizzlies will force it across looking for Nilsson. He couldn't reach it. Bison get it back in their own zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the period. As Bloomington out to the left wing, they'll chip it to the corner. Grizzlies get it back. Utah will slice it towards Nilsson along the near side. He battles with Hoffman, the former Rapid City Rush skater. Nilsson horizontally towards Jones, who skips to his right. Grizzlies step over the offensive line down the middle. Utah skates in. Shea lost his balance as he was firing towards the net. Puck ends up off the end boards. Now Utah, right points. Cooper Jones rolls it back to the corner. Now back to Jones, who directs it towards Nilsson. Nilsson pitches it out to the right corner. Bloomington gets the puck off the wall, and they will fly the puck into the Grizzlies zone. Puck goes to Nilsson, who moves it to his right. Grizzlies angle pass to the left for Fonstad, who crosses center ice. Steps over the offensive line, stops in the point. He will direct it to the corner for Hillebrand, on to Nilsson. Andrew Nilsson will get around a Bloomington skater, and he'll skate towards the right corner. Bloomington gets the puck back. 3-on-2, they cross center ice. Bloomington over the line, 2-on-2. Bison skate towards the left circle. Dashke knifed it away. Utah will carry it across center ice. Grizzlies cross center. Dumping it in is Mastrodonato. He gets around one Bison skater as he delivered a blow on Bloomington along the end boards. Puck trickles out to center ice. Grizzlies get it back. Actually, the Bison skate in as Nilsson was trying to not just stick after it, make that Dashke. Yoon over in the left corner gets it to Hillebrand, who moves to Mastrodonato across to center ice. Grizzlies cross center. Skating in Fonstad as he gets pushed down along the boards as he was skating towards the left corner. No call. Dashke over to the right side. He's already got 2 points tonight. Feeds it towards Lepster. He'll take a shot. Save, and that goes wide as he missed the net. Stick side on Peretz. Bloomington crosses center ice. 3-on-3. They'll chip it in deep as the Bison make a full line change as we've passed the halfway point of this scheduled 60-minute affair. 9:19 and counting left in the second period. Utah leads 3-0. Dashke and Warner scored first period goals, and Adam Berg made it a 3-0 game as he scored about 8 or 9 minutes into the second period. Bison dump it in. Chasing after it's McCarthy. Barczewski behind his net. Will saucer it over towards the left corner. Corbett around the net for Yoon, who will fire it off the near boards. Puck will hip it up into the Bison zone, and icing is on Utah with 8 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second period. On the Berg goal that was scored 8:19 or 8:13 into the second, Derek Dashke and Brian Yoon picked up the assists. So Dashke has contributed to all three of the Grizzlies' goals tonight as he has 1 goal and 2 assists. Brian Yoon now has 9 assists on the season. Draw's going to be over in the right circle. 8:51 is left in the second period. Kind of a modest-looking crowd over at Bloomington's Grossinger Motors Arena. Bison win the draw. Right side. Lefty shot by Berger is blocked away. Grizzlies will tap it to center ice. The Western Michigan product, Cole Gallant over the line. He was a college teammate with Hillebrand for 3 seasons. He'll move it to the right side. Right wing righty shot. Saved by Peretz. He holds on with 8:34 left in the second period. Adam Berg extended Utah's lead 8:13 into the second with Dashke and Yoon getting the assists. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
It's Utah 3, Bloomington nothing as there's 8:34 left in the second period. Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 8-3 in the second frame. But the Grizzlies extend their lead as with Adam Berg's goal in the second period, 8:13 in. Utah now has the second period goal in 20 of their last 22 games. Bison win the draw. They skate from left to right here in the second period. Manning challenges the Bison skater. Puck goes towards the end boards. Now Manning holds his ground on Bykov over on the left side. Manning now gets hit in the back as he's in the offensive zone. Puck trickles towards the middle of the ice where it's taken by the Bison, who left wings it out to neutralize. Bison cross center, and they will loft a prayer into the right corner. Grizzlies chase after it. Puck goes back towards the left side. Hunter Warner challenges a Bison skater. Now behind the net, Corbett gets physical as he lunged his shoulder towards Bloomington. Grizzlies muscle their way towards the right corner as Utah will push it along the near wing wall. Grizzlies cross center ice. Dumping in is Berg, who now has 2 goals and 2 assists this season. But the whistle blows with 7:51 left in the second, as it looks like the officials determined that Berg did not cross center ice before dumping the puck in. So Luke Manning stays out there as he talks with Hunter Warner and Cody Corbett. Manning will take the tries out there with Briley Wood and Adam Berg. Manning has 5 goals and 11 assists this year. Had 1 helper on Friday night in the Keaton Mastrodonado power play goal. Off the draw, Bison left wing righty shot is blocked before it gets to Barcheski. Grizzlies will ice it again, and the whistle blows with 7:42 left in the second period. Draw's going to come back towards Jake Barcheski, who has saved all 18 so far on this Sunday afternoon as Utah's looking to salvage the 3rd game of the series. Grizzlies on the road this year are 4-11-1. Overall this season, they're 11-21-3. Draw won by Utah as they'll throw it towards the left corner. Warner will lay it for Corbett. A Bison skater cuts in front of him along the end boards. Now the puck slides towards center ice. Taking it is Berg. He'll dump it in. Wood chases after it in the left corner. Grizzlies make a change around him. Wood will skate towards the left point. He gets hit up high. No call as he'll fire it towards the Grizzlies bench. Now Bloomington skates in. They got numbers. Left side looking for a centering pass with Lee out in front. Grizzlies will brush it out to center ice. Cade Nelson will skate into the offensive zone. He gets back checked, and Bloomington took the puck away from him. Bison out to center ice. They'll drop it as Lockhart. He gets bounced by Shea off the wall. Grizzlies look to get it towards Armstrong. Foot race, no icing. 2 Grizzlies over there along the Bloomington end wall. As the puck trickles towards the far side, Bloomington clears it back to center. Bison over the line, 2-on-3. Left wing, lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski. He holds on with 6:48 left in the second. Grizzlies average exactly 3 goals per game coming into play tonight, as they had 105 goals in the first 35 games of the regular season. That ranks tied for 14th in the 29-team league. You mentioned 3 maybe being the magic number today. Bloomington has not won a game when allowing 3 or more goals. They're 0-9-3 in that scenario. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Yoon gets it to Dashke, who's contributed to all 3 of Utah's goals with 1 goal and 2 assists. He helicopters it deep in the Bison zone. No icing, as Hillebrand was in the area. It might have gotten redirected and neutralized off the screen. Bloomington races into the Grizzlies zone. Utah. Hillebrand takes a shot, or Hillebrand delivered a hit. Well, the camera operator had about 10 rough seconds there as Dashke throws to the left side. Bloomington skates towards the corner. Now behind the net, Dashke took it away as they were looking to get it to Chongmin Lee, who's been a star here so far in this series. Lee behind the net. Will tap it off the skate of Brian Yoon, who gets the puck. He tried to get it to Mastrodonado, who slashed a Bison skater. Shot from off the screen is saved by Barcheski. 6 minutes and counting left in the second. Utah leads 3-0. Up top, puck goes past Stewart, who races after it. And now it's at neutral ice. Camera operator's got no clue where it is. Gold skates towards his left. Siren pass out in front. Shot. What a stop by Barcheski. Boy, goal, it looked like a skater was good for Bloomington was getting to the left circle. They fed it out in front, and Jake Barcheski robs the Bison again. 5:44 is left in the second period. Grizzlies lead 3-0, and once again, it's been the Jake Barcheski show for Utah. As the Bison have a strong shot advantage in the second period, but Barcheski's come up big. Utah leads 3-0. We're back in 1 minute on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
5 minutes and 44 seconds are left in the second period. Brian Yoon picked up a penalty, broke a hockey rule. We never did get to see the referee's signal, so it looks like Bloomington is on the power play for the first time this afternoon. Draw one by the Bison over in the right point. Brett Budgel will move it to the high slot. Berger will get it to the left point. Now back looking for Berger. Goes to Matsushima onto Berger. Skates towards the left point. Grizzlies take it away. Now Berger runs it down. He gathers the puck in the Bison zone as Cole Fonstad comes off the ice. As the Bison step over the offensive line, they try to get to Josh Boyer in the right point. It's picked off. Grizzlies 2 on 3. Skate towards the right point. Righty shot saved by Parrots, and he holds on. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draws. There's 5:14 left in the second, and 1:31 left in Bloomington's first power play of the game. As Brian Yoon's in the box, it's a rare penalty for Yoon. It's only his fourth minor penalty of the season. He picked up 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty 14-16 into the second. Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 11-4 in the second period, but it's Utah that's got the lone goal in the frame as Adam Berg scored a second of the year, 8:13 in, with Dashke and Yoon getting the assists. Bloomington crosses center ice. Lockhart steps over the line, make that lead over to Boyer, back to Lockhart. As he'll throw it around Utah's net. Far side Grizzlies get, and they'll clear it out. All big-time hit delivered by Bloomington. Grizzlies might go and confront a huge hit along the far wing boards. And Hillebrand's going to go after Boyer. Boyer just unloaded on a Grizzly over to the far side. And now the whistle blows. 4:41's left in the second. That was a huge hit. A Grizzly took it. Might have been Luke Manning. And now somebody else is going to go after Hillebrand. Hillebrand is standing up for his teammate as he yells at the Bloomington bench. A Bison player just took liberties and unloaded on a Grizzly. Now a few more Grizzlies are going out to confront Bloomington as there's 4:41 left in the second. Few words being exchanged. Nothing more than that. Draw is going to be at neutral ice. 57 seconds are left in the Bloomington power play. The Bison this season are 19.1% in the man advantage. Grizzlies penalty kill is 67.3%. Draw at neutral ice is won by the Bison. As they will skate back into their own zone, they want to enter Grizzlies ice with momentum. Bison will chip it ahead. 4.5 minutes left in the third period. Lockhart with good speed steps over the offensive line, veers off to the left. He'll drop it at the point. Now across to Lee in the right side. Lee dances around. Now feed it to the right corner. As the Bison around Utah's net towards the far side. As Jones delivering a shadow on Bloomington. As a Bison player goes down. Puck trickles towards the corner for Andrew Nelson. He'll backhand it ahead. Grizzlies will race with the puck out to neutral ice. Skipping it in deep is Adam Berg. Berg will come off the ice. 15 seconds are left in Bloomington's power play. Bison is still deep in their own zone. Bloomington has yet to take a shot on the power play here, as now there's 6 seconds left in the man advantage. Yoon is standing up in the box. And now we're back to the Bloomington zone. They're preparing for life after the power play. Yoon's out of the box. He joins the play. Rink-wide feed. Bounced off the Grizzlies' Derek Dashke. He'll gather the puck. He'll skate in front of Barcheski. His home run pass connects down the middle of the ice. Grizzlies skate in. They drop it for Fonstad, left wing. He gets bounced towards the ice by Budgel. As the Bison's Chongming Lee gets to center ice. He will skip one to the left wing. Bison are offside. as there's 3:18 left in the second period. Draw's going to come back to neutralize, and a good penalty kill by the Grizzlies as Bloomington just couldn't get anything started. The only notable thing of that power play was the big hit. We couldn't tell who that was. It might have been Boyer because that's the guy that Hillebrand was confronting. It looked like a Grizzly. It might have been Luke Manning, maybe Mick Messner. They just took a huge hit towards the far wing boards a few minutes ago. But luckily they got back to their feet. Hopefully they're okay. Draw near the Bison bench is won by the Grizzlies. It's tapped to center ice. Bloomington gets it back. Right wing. Coda fires towards the net wide. Play's starting to get physical here. Might be the most physical this game has gotten here. Maybe the most physical this weekend's gotten. Barczewski goes down. No cause. He got rammed into. Nilsson's out there in front, confronting Gould. Now both teams cease and desist. Barczewski back to his feet. Bison, left point. Lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski. He holds on with 2:49 left in the second. And I got a feeling with this being the last regular season meeting between the clubs, both teams are tired of seeing each other, and a little bit of beef has developed between the clubs. I wonder if we're going to see some more physical stuff here in the final 22 minutes and 49 seconds of regulation. The Grizzlies holding a lead. You just got to play disciplined and not let Bloomington back into the game. But then on the other hand, it would be a little bit entertaining to see an episode of the Jerry Springer Show break out here on a Sunday afternoon. Draw one by the Grizzlies. They're in their own zone. Webster around his net will push it towards the right wing as Bloomington will skate towards the point. Now they chip it across. Bison gets around Gallant. Now they feather it out in front. Lefty shot goes wide as Barczewski hits the ice again. He gets back to his feet. Grizzlies cross center ice with the puck. Gallant will literally kick it deep into the Bison zone. Gallant towards the end boards. He tried to center it out in front to Messner. It glanced off of Messner's stick. Back towards the end wall. Bloomington will restart the attack. Bison will drag it out to center ice, and they will zip it in behind the net. Back towards the right corner. Dashke will slide it ahead. Grizzlies cross center ice. Webster over the line. Veers out to the left. Now he's in the middle of the ice. Dropped off right side. Righty shot. Saved by Peretz. Bloomington with a home run pass that might have glanced off of you. No icing on the play. As Bloomington runs it down on the right side. Gould skates horizontally towards the net. Now he tried to chip it across, and it goes away towards the left wing boards. Bison will feed it towards the far circle. Cade Nilsson gets it. He will slide it out to Armstrong at center ice. Armstrong, as he was skating into the offensive zone, lost control of the puck. Bloomington will skip one out to the left point. 2-on-2. Bison centered out towards Lee. Takes a shot and fanned on it as he tapped his stick on the ice in frustration after misfiring. As Lee will skate towards the right side. The native of Seoul, Korea, at least was born there. Dashke towards the left corner. He gets a rough ride from Lee as he'll drop it off. Shea gets the center ice, and he will whip it around the boards. Puck towards the right wing in the Bloomington zone. Bison will bounce it out to center ice. 3-on-3. Bison over the line. Over to the left circle. Bison walk in. Righty shot. That's blocked before it gets to Barczewski. Less than a minute left in the second period. Puck slides along the boards towards the near wing. Grizzlies will sky one deep into the Bison zone, and Utah is going to get called for icing with 50 seconds left in the second period. During the second intermission, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. We'll also recap the first 40 minutes of play. And you have to love it if you're a Grizzlies fan, as Derek Dashke's got 1 goal and 2 assists. Cole Fonstad's got 2 assists. Grizzlies have really put together a great effort, and this is the third of 3 straight days of hockey. It's the last of 4 straight on the road, 4 games in 5 days, and the Grizzlies have put together an A-plus effort through the first 39 minutes. Draw one by Bloomington. They'll saucer it across. Montgomery, right side. His righty shot goes wide. Bison along the near boards. Grizzlies battle. Bloomington gets their stick lifted. Grizzlies will toss it out to center ice. Near the Grizzlies bench, Montgomery will gather the puck. He'll skate towards Peretz. Now push to his right. Bison will guide it out towards the Utah line. Puck goes to Lee. He's on the right side. He dances around. He'll skate towards the point. He'll drop it for Montgomery. He'll take a right wing shot. Barczewski goes down again. He's able to make the save. Lee throws it towards the middle. Matsushima, lefty shot. That's blocked by Barczewski. It glanced off the glass, and Barczewski snatched it as his back was towards the middle of the ice, and he holds on with 11 seconds left in the second period. Good awareness by Barczewski as Matsushima took the shot from the slot It went wide, it bounced off the glass. Barczewski turned around, located the puck, and was able to snatch it over his head as he made the stop with 11 seconds left in the second period. Bison have really put on the pressure offensively as they've got a big shot advantage here in the second period, but the Grizzlies still lead 3-0. Bloomington wins the draw. They skeet towards the left corner. 5 seconds left. Bloomington chips it out in front, and a blocker saved by Barczewski as Grizzlies. Chad Hillebrand will dump it in, and that will do it for 40 glorious minutes over at Grossinger Motors Arena. Grizzlies got first period goals from Derek Dashke and Hunter Warner, and Adam Berg extended Utah's lead as he scored from the high slot 8-13 into the second period. And what about Jake Barczewski? Not only has he stopped all 25 shots, but he has made some highlight saves, in particular, a few late in the second period. So Barczewski's been playing the best hockey that he's played all year long, and really it's been 3 or 4 really good weeks of hockey for the first-year pro out of Canisius and Michigan. We'll come back and recap the first 40 minutes. Utah leads 3-0. It's been the Derek Dashke show. He has 1 goal and 2 assists. Jake Barczewski's also played a starring role as he has saved all 25 he has seen so far. After 2 periods of play, it's the Utah Grizzlies 3 and the Bloomington Bison 0. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Bison 0 through 40 minutes over at Grossinger Motors Arena. Derek Dashke scored on the power play 8-18 into the first period. Cole Fonstad and Reed Lebster picked up the assist. The penalty was a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Patrick Bykov served it for Bloomington. That's the 3rd time in this series that Bloomington was caught with too many on the ice. Dashke's power play goal made it a 1-0 game as he scored 8-18 into the first period. And it's really not that much of a surprise to see Dashke contributing on the power play. That is his 4th power play goal this season, which ties him with Briley Wood for the club lead. Dashke leads Utah with 10 power play points on the season, 4 goals and 6 assists. For Cole Fonstad, it's his 11th assist of the season, his first of 2 on the night. Fonstad now has 5 power play assists on the season. And for Reed Lebster, he has 2 power play goals this year, and that was his first power play assist of the season. About 5 minutes later, Hunter Warner was over in the right point. Chad Hillebrand was out in front of the net, battling with Bryce Montgomery. Warner just fired a prayer towards the net, and the prayer was answered. As he made it a 2-0 game, Warner picks up his first in a Utah uniform. Hunter Warner had 5 goals in 195 games in the American Hockey League with the Iowa Wild. He had 2 goals during the 2016-2017 season he also had 1 goal in the 2018-2019 campaign, as well as the following year in 2019-2020. Utah led 2-0 after one period. Bloomington outshot Utah 10-9. In the second frame, the Bison had a 15-5 edge in the shot count, but the only goal was scored by a Grizzly. And once again, there was traffic out in front as Berg fired away from the high slot. Luke Manning was about 10 feet in front of the crease, trying to take away some of the vision of Peretz, or Manning was trying to redirect it. Interestingly enough, all 3 Utah goals have been scored from out near the blue line. It's not like they've taken those shots in the crease. It's firing away from the blue line, getting traffic in front of the net. In the power play goal, it was Messner out in front trying to redirect it. On the Warner goal to make it 2-0, it was Hillebrand and company out in front creating havoc. And then the Berg goal, it was Manning and another forward that was out there that also was making an impact. Briley Wood, who likes to hang out in front of the net. I believe he was out there in front of Peretz as well. Dashke and Yoon picked up the assists on the Berg goal. And Derek Dashke has contributed to all 3 Utah goals as he has 1 goal and 2 assists. He's a +2, and he's also taken 2 shots on goal. For Adam Berg, he now has a point in back-to-back games. He picked up an assist in the Craig Armstrong third-period goal last night, and Berg gets his 2nd goal of the season. This is 15th game with Utah. Remember, Berg actually, in his first game back after a stint in Europe, came back to the Grizzlies in mid-November, and he scored in his very first shift with Utah. So he scored in his first game with Utah, and now he scored in his 15th game of the season. And Adam Berg's played great hockey as of late. Remember, he missed about a month. He last played on December 6th before this week, and Berg came back from an injury, and he's been a pretty good performer this week as he has played in all 4 of the Grizzlies' road games here over the last 5 days. So Utah leads 3-0. Jake Barczewski's been outstanding as he has saved all 25 he has seen. Yannick Peretz was actually spent part of one game in the NHL this season as he came in relief in a game for the Carolina Hurricanes against the Florida Panthers. Peretz has actually appeared in 2 NHL games with the Carolina Hurricanes. It's been a tough one for him so far as he has saved 11 of 14. Among the 14 shots for the Grizzlies, nobody has more than 2, but 5 players do have 2 shots on goal, and that includes Dashke, Lebster, Adam Berg, as well as Hunter Warner and Cody Corbett. With 1 shot each for the Grizzlies, Brian Yoon, as well as Masher Donato, the captain Mick Messner, and Cole Fonstad. All 4 of those guys have 1 shot on goal for Utah. For Bloomington and their 25 shots, Eddie Matsushima leads the way with 4. Utah leads 3-0, and we'll see if they'll complete the victory and play a full 60 minutes. It's been a strong first 40 minutes of play over at Grossinger Motors Arena. Don't forget the Grizzlies return home on Friday night for the first of a 6-game homestand. Utah will host the Wichita Thunder for a 3-game series. Friday night's going to be an AFCU Friday where tickets start at just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. Utah also hosts Wichita on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And don't forget, 8 days from now, Monday, January 27th, will be a deal where you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. And then the following week, the Idaho Steelheads will be in town for a 3-game set. An AFCU Friday is on the series opener on January 31st. The Guns N' Hoses Extravaganza will be on Saturday, February 1st, with 3 charity games in the afternoon leading up to the Grizzlies game against the Steelheads as we honor those firefighters and first responders. And then Monday, February 3rd, will be the final game of the homestand, and that's another game where you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. Grizzlies hockey is affordable, fun, family entertainment, and we certainly hope to see a big crowd at Maverick Center for the 6-game homestand beginning on Friday night against the Wichita Thunder. When we come back, we will go over some scores from around the world of sports. We'll check in on the NFL playoffs. There's 3 NHL games today. We'll talk about those as well. Utah leads 3-0 over the Bloomington Bison. We're back in 1 minute on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
After two periods, Utah leads Bloomington 3-0. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Eagles lead the Rams 19-15 in the NFC Divisional Playoffs. So we'll see if the Eagles hold on. The winner of that game will face the Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship game. Yesterday in the AFC playoffs, the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Houston Texans. The Chiefs will face the winner of the Baltimore Ravens-Buffalo Bills game, which will kick off at about 4:30. The Bills were a 1-point favorite, and it looks like now Baltimore is a 1-point road favorite. That should be an interesting one, as the AFC really had three dominant teams this season: Chiefs, Ravens, and Bills, and that'll be an interesting one in Buffalo at 4:30. That will be right after the Grizzlies game against the Bloomington Bison. Looks like I'm going to have to DVR. Hopefully I DVR'd the Eagles-Rams game, and I could watch that at some point tomorrow. 3 NHL games today. One has gone final as Ottawa defeats the New Jersey Devils 2-1. At 5 o'clock, the Rangers take on the Montreal Canadiens, and at 6 o'clock, the Red Wings are in Dallas to take on the Stars. Red Wings are 21-20-4 this year. Dallas is 28-16-1. When we come back, we'll go over the Mountain Division standings as well as other league scores. We'll check in on Tulsa, who had a 2-0 lead late in the first period against Idaho last time we checked. Tahoe has taken on the Iowa Heartlanders. We'll check in on that score as well. Utah leads 3-0 after 40 minutes of play. Grizzlies led 2-0 after one period. Adam Berg scored a second period goal to extend Utah's lead. Derek Daschke's got 1 goal and 2 assists tonight. Daschke now has 7 multiple-point games this season, which broke a tie with Neil Shea for the club lead. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Third period action will begin shortly as Utah leads Bloomington 3-0. Late second period, Tulsa leads Idaho 3-1. Oilers led 2-0 after one period. Jeremy Biakabatuka scored to make it a 3-0 game, 5:39 into the second. No relation to former Michigan running back Tim Biakabatuka. Jade Miller got Idaho on the board 9:16 into the second period. Shots have been pretty close to even. In fact, Idaho leads Tulsa 19-18 in the shot count. Steelheads are 0 for 3 on the power play. Tulsa is 1 for 1 as Biakabatuka's goal was on the power play, 5:39 in. Oilers lead the Steelheads 3-1 after 40 minutes of play, as it looks like the second period is just wrapped up. That's a big game in the Mountain Division standings, as right now Tulsa has 46 standings points with a victory. Tulsa, in terms of raw standings points, jumps into a tie for second with Kansas City. However, Tulsa does have the third best point percentage as we speak, as Wichita has played in 39 games. This will be the Oilers' 39th game. And with an Oilers victory, they jump ahead of Wichita for third place in the Mountain Division standings. If the playoffs started today, the Idaho Steelheads would be out for the second time in the last 4 seasons. Idaho right now is in 5th place in the Mountain Division. They have 43 standings points and a .581 point percentage. Idaho will have 6 games in Utah over the next month. We mentioned that 3-game set in the next Grizzlies homestand, January 31st, as well as February 1st and 3rd. Idaho will also be back at Maverick Center for a 3-game set on President's Day weekend, as the Steelheads will be there for games on February 14th, 15th, and 17th. And don't forget that February 17th, which is the second of that 3-game series, will be fishing night. It'll be the Grizzlies' first ever fishing night, as the Grizz will look to hook the Steelheads. That should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get some sort of nice-looking fishing vest. I'm not necessarily a big fisherman, but I'm going to try to find the best costume I can find. And what we want to do is Cam McGuire will be on the other side of Section 114. He's known for wearing wacky costumes. He's got a fish costume he'll wear from time to time. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to beat Cam McGuire at his own game and just put out the most outlandish, crazy-looking fish costume we could possibly find. He's got the fish costume. I'm going to have a fishing costume, and we'll see if the Grizzlies can hook the Steelheads on Saturday, February 15th. And so for Idaho, it's going to be big to see if they can come up with some wins here at Maverick Center against the Grizzlies. And for Utah, boy, they're hoping that those 6 games against Idaho can maybe jump them towards the playoff race right now, as the Grizzlies are behind quite a bit. But if Idaho is in 5th and Tulsa right now is in 4th, Grizzlies have got a lot of work to do in the second half of the season. And I imagine after tonight, with 36 games left in the regular season, it's kind of a similar situation as to where the Grizzlies were last season. Remember, the Grizzlies got off to a rough start. They were 8-17 at Christmas time last year, but Utah put together a pretty good rally and just missed the postseason by 1 game. Utah is going to need a similar type of second half of the season if they want to find a way to climb back into the playoff race. And remember, there's 1 extra team in the Mountain Division as Tahoe joined the league this year. This is the only division that has 8 teams in them. So there's 1 more team that misses the postseason this year. Right now, the playoff teams would be Tahoe, Kansas City, Wichita, and Tulsa. And it would be Idaho, Rapid City, Allen, and Utah on the outside looking in. A victory today could really do wonders for the Grizzlies to try to jumpstart some things. Utah was 6-2 over their last 8 games coming into this road trip. Utah lost 3-1 on Wednesday to Cincinnati. They also lost 3-1 against Bloomington on Friday night. Last night was a 4-1 Bloomington victory. We'll see if the Grizzlies, who lead 3-0, will pick up their first victory of the road trip. Utah is looking for their 5th road victory of the season. We'll come back in 1 minute and have third period action, as Jake Barczewski's been outstanding as he has saved all 25 in net. The Bison have outshot the Grizzlies by a pretty wide margin. Bloomington has 25 shots, and the Grizzlies have 14. We'll see if Utah can find a way to hold on to this third period lead on the other side. We're back in 30 seconds as Utah leads Bloomington 3-0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Grizzlies are skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Be a little bit patient with me, though, as sometimes the details can go missing from time to time. Bloomington will be skating from right to left. Grizzlies lead 3-0 when leading after 2 periods this season. The Grizzlies have a record of 8-0. Utah will start the third period with their top forward line of Chad Hillebrand, Cole Fonstad, and Keaton Mastrodonato, with Fonstad taking the face-off. Derek Dashke has 3 points tonight, 1 goal and 2 assists, and Brian Yoon has 1 assist. That's the defensive pairing. Bloomington wins the draw. Bison will slice it out to the right wing at center ice. It tapped off a stick. It goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. Run down by Utah as they skate around Barczewski's net towards the near side. Mastrodonato gets hit in the back by Murray as he was trying to accept the puck. Murray and Mastrodonato were teammates with the Idaho Steelheads as well as the Texas Stars last year. Long-range pass goes deep into the Bison zone, and icing is on Utah as we get our first whistle 24 seconds into the third period. Westcott will come off the ice as the Bison make a change. Grizzlies can't after the icing call. Fonstan will take the draw against Eddie Matsushima, who has 4 shots through 2 periods. Matsushima is in his 37th game. He has played in all 37. And it looks like Matsushima is one of 3 players who have appeared in every game for Bloomington. Jake Murray and Chongmin Lee have also appeared in every game. Grizzlies win the draw. They have 4 players who have appeared in every game for the Grizzlies. This is game 36. After tonight, the Grizzlies will be at the halfway point of the season. Utah has the puck deep in their offensive zone as Mastrodonato gets held up along his back. Hillebrand, who keeps his feet moving as he tries to get his way out of the corners. He's held up by 2 Bison skaters. Grizzlies trying to yank the puck away as Mastrodonato looks nearby. Holding his ground is the captain, Mick Messner, and it looks like the whistle might have blown with 19:03 left in the third as the puck was pinned to the boards for about 15 seconds. And once again, we talked about the strength of Chad Hillebrand, and that was put on display as he just held his ground along the right corner. He wasn't going to budge, and that puck would have stayed in there for about 3 or 4 minutes if the referee didn't blow the whistle. There's actually 2 referees tonight. Harrison O'Prey and Curtis Paré are the referees. The linesmen are Felix Antoine Voyer and Blake Butler. Draws in the right circle. Mick Messner, who was named team captain on Wednesday, as Gianni Fairbrother left for a team in Slovakia. Messner's out there with Gallant and Reed Lepster. The defensive pairing appears to be Cooper Jones and Brian Yoon. Actually, it's not Yoon, that's Nilsson. Nilsson left point, shot. That's blocked away by Peretz. Puck goes back to the right wing. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Gallant's got all sorts of momentum. He stops in the right corner, reverses field. He'll get it to Jones in the right point, who slides along the boards. Gallant chasing after it. Puck goes to the left side. Nielsen will feed it to the circle. Grizzlies get it to Reed Lepster, who skates towards the left point. Lepster fires towards the right side, looking for a cutting Jones. It goes off his stick. Puck slides along the near wall. Hustling after it. Jones has got outstanding speed. Cooper Jones, like a bolt of lightning, collects the puck at neutral ice, and he'll move it across. Jones gets it back. He'll slide it towards neutral ice. It goes towards Bloomington. Left side, Matsushima. They'll take a shot that's kicked away by Barczewski as the puck goes to the right corner. I'm excited to see Cooper Jones on the Maverick Center ice next week. Boy, he's got outstanding speed. 2-on-2 battle, make it 3-on-2 with Nilsson, Jones, and Manning looking nearby. Time is on the Grizzlies side, 2 minutes into the third period. Once again, a rugby scrum, and Bykov is not budging. Neither is Matsushima. Gavin Gould looking nearby. Time continues to run off the clock. The scrum has lasted about 20 seconds. Now, Nilsson will yank the puck away. Puck goes towards Matsushima down the middle. He'll skate in. Grizzlies dive in front of him to make sure he didn't get a shot off. And that's Cooper Jones with a great defensive play. Puck behind the net. Bloomington tried to chip it towards the right circle. Utah picks it off. Grizzlies enter the offensive zone 2-on-2. As Lepster put it on a tee for Wood, but Wood was skating towards the far wing boards. Bison, angle pass to the right side, hot pass towards the right corner. Big time hit delivered by Hunter Warner, the big 6'4", 223-pound defenseman. Over in the left corner, Boyer holds up Corbett. Boyer drags down Corbett to the ice. Puck slides towards the left wing boards as Murray throws down a Grizzly, and that's Briley Wood. Play starting to get physical once again, 3 minutes into the third period. Wood lays the wood, if you will, to Gavin Gould. Puck goes to Warner. They try to get it towards Wood, who got it knifed away by Jake Murray. Gavin Gould will fire it towards the right corner. Grizzlies retreat after it. Utah will slide it out to neutral ice. Puck goes towards the Bloomington line where the Bison reset. Murray to the left wing. Will step over the offensive line. He gets around Cade Nilsson. Try to get around Yoon. Murray fires on net. That one's poked away towards the end boards. Barczewski, far goal line, will cover up as there is action behind the net. Puck trickled off a stick onto Barczewski, who covers up as there's 16:31 left in the third period. Boy, good defensive work by the Grizzlies, and Cooper Jones with a couple outstanding plays. He raced like a blur of lightning getting after a loose puck, and then later on in the shift, dove in front of Eddie Matsushima in the left wing to make sure that the Bloomington captain couldn't get a shot off. And if he did, it was just going to bounce off of Jones. So it looks like Cooper Jones is coming into his own as a Grizzly here tonight. Grizzlies get the drop. Neil Shea will dump it in. Shea's been playing with Cade Nilsson and Craig Armstrong today. Puck glides off the stick on towards Peretz near goal line, and he'll throw it around his net. Peretz led Quinnipiac to a national championship in 2023. Last year, he was replaced by Vinny Duplessis as Quinnipiac's starting goaltender. Left side, Grizzlies fire it in deep. Utah gets to Shea near goal line. He'll chip it out in front as he was looking for a cutting Nilsson. Pass goes wide of the mark. Armstrong goes down as he was falling. Gets it to Shea. He's in the left wing. Shea skates towards the left point. He's a great skater. He'll lay it on a tee to the left point for Dashke, who rolls the puck towards the left corner. As Nilsson and Armstrong are out there with Shea. Shea gets pinned towards the boards as Pretz looks over his right shoulder. Grizzlies try to skate towards the net. Bloomington will jab it away. Bison will carry it towards center ice. Dumping it in is Barbashev. Yoon will run it down. He stands behind Barczewski's net. 4.5 minutes into the third period. Utah still leads 3-0. Grizzlies have yet to officially take a shot in the third period. Crossing center ice is Fonstad. He'll close the gap quickly as he was chasing after the puck in the left corner. Bloomington got their stride ahead of him. Now the puck bounced off a few sticks. Bloomington will loft it out to center ice where it's regathered by the Grizzlies. Utah will chip it across to Cooper Jones, a 5'8" defenseman. Jones quickly gets to the Bloomington line, and he will fire it in deep as the puck ricochets off the side of the net. Asher Donato over there. He gets tripped up, and no penalty on the play. They've really let them play today. Both teams have only had one power play. Murray over the line. He'll drop it. Westcott fires towards the net, and it goes wide as he was looking for a cutting Sam Coda. Out to center ice. Masher Donato dumps it in. Perrette stays in front of his net. Both teams will hit the refresh button. 14:38 and counting left in the third. Over the line. Murray, he gets blasted by Hunter Warner. Big-time hit as both guys get back to their feet. Over to the left corner. Grizzlies will slide it ahead. Bloomington literally will kick it along the near boards. The puck continues to cycle. Now it rolls towards the middle of the ice. Grizzlies will clear it out to center. Messner dumps it in. Chasing after it, Zach Hoffman, who probably gave his teammates a scouting report on Utah. He played with Rapid City against Utah earlier this season in a few games. Bloomington runs down the puck over on the right side. They'll get it poked away off a Gallant stick. Now Bloomington gets it across center ice 1-on-2. Bison over the line 3-on-3. Bloomington throws it towards the left circle. Puck gets jabbed back towards the corner. Grizzlies gather it. Skating over the center ice is Gallant. They'll skate horizontally along the blue line. Now he'll skate north-south. He'll pitch it to his left. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Puck goes back to Bloomington. The Bison will chip it on towards Barczewski. Grizzlies will jab it back towards the left corner. Utah gets to Lebster as Reed Lebster will carry the puck out to New Trice. He gets held up on his right side. He breaks free. He chipped it off the battle near the Bloomington bench. Bison will step over the line left wing. Over the line, McCarthy drags the puck. Now he centers it. Glanced off the stick or skate. Puck goes back to McCarthy left side. He'll wing it back to the right side. Now Bloomington overskates the puck. Grizzlies race into the offensive zone. Left wing, we believe that's Dashke. He tried to center it over towards Manning. Puck goes back to center ice. Bloomington over the line. Gould, east to the left wing. Action's going pretty quick here. 7 minutes into the third period. He'll find a cutter out towards the net. Shot saved by Barczewski. Bloomington will bounce it off the near boards. It goes back to Utah. Grizzlies will chip it in. Chasing after it towards the right wing is Adam Berg. Puck goes towards the right corner. As Utah, right side, fires towards the net, and a righty shot that's blocked away by Peretz. That shot was taken by, we believe, Cooper Jones. Bloomington dumps in from New Trice off of Barczewski. Grizzlies at their blue line tried to shovel it ahead. Wood fanned on it. Puck slides towards the Utah bench. Grizzlies make a line change. A moving clock with 12:25 and counting left in the third. Utah leads 3-0. Grizz have taken one shot here in the third period. Utah out to center ice. Shea will cross center and he'll backhand it in. Armstrong delivers the hit as the glass goes swaying back and forth. Bloomington has the puck in their own zone as they spread the ice about 8 minutes into the third period. Bloomington hikes out to center ice. It goes to Matsushima. He'll step over the line. He stops in the left point. He'll lay it on a tee for Berger. He loses the puck. Berger played at Western Michigan, where he was a teammate with Gallant and Hillebrand. Puck at center ice. Bloomington will get around a couple Grizzlies to center ice. They tried to dump it in, but it went just to the Utah line. Grizzlies feed it to Jones on the right side. Jones will get his way to neutral ice before losing the puck. Bloomington back in their own end. They want to get into the offensive zone with momentum, but the Grizzlies are doing a good job building a wall at their blue line. Bloomington dumps in deep. Barczewski behind his net, tried to one-hand it ahead. He loses his stick, and we get a whistle with 11:23 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Bison nothing. We're back in 1 minute on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Utah leads 3-0. 11:23 is left in the third period. Bloomington's taken 2 shots in the third frame. Grizzlies have just 1. Boy, the effort, especially here in the third period, considering this is the third game in 3 days, it's unbelievable the strength and conditioning of both of these teams, and especially the Grizzlies. I mean, you're talking about putting their best effort forward here in this third game of the set, trying to salvage the third game. The type of energy they've got with this being the third game in less than 48 hours is just incredible. Grizzlies have the puck behind Barczewski's net. They skate from left to right. Grizzlies tattoo it off the near boards, looking for Mastrodonato. He's trying to locate it. Hunter Warner in the area. As Bloomington takes the puck away, they skate horizontally towards the right side. Now the Bison will spin it along the boards behind Utah's net. Corbett will chip it towards his right. Utah gathers it. Hillebrand, the horizontal feed towards Fonstad, who tries to locate it throughout the neutral zone. Fonstad will direct it into the left corner and chase after it. Mastrodonato out there with Hillebrand and Fonstad, as the Bison will skip it towards the middle of the ice. Turnover, Grizzlies skate in, lefty shot, saved by Peretz. Boy, a big-time turnover over in the middle of the ice. Skating in with a great chance appeared to be Luke Manning, but Peretz made a big-time stop with 10:39 left in the third to keep it a 3-0 game. And Philip Barsky shakes his head back and forth. It could have been a 4-0 contest very easily. Yaniv Peretz, despite allowing 3 goals on 16 shots, he's made some impressive saves for the Bison this afternoon. Messner will take the draw. He's got Cole Gallant to his right. Messner stares down the Bloomington forward. Messner has appeared in every game since he joined the Grizzlies late in the 2022-23 season. Matsushima's kicked out of the circle. Gavin Gould will take the draw. Reed Lepster's on the ice. Lepster's had a pretty good game. He has 1 assist. Draw one by Utah. Lepster, right corner. Chips it into traffic out in front. Messner trying to shovel it towards the net, and it's knifed away by Peretz. Bloomington over the line as they'll get it to Matsushima left side. He'll skate towards the circle, take a lefty shot, and that one misses wide as it deflects out of play with 10:24 left in the third. So the draw's going to be in the Grizzly zone in the left circle. Utah's in the middle of the pack in terms of shots per game. They've taken 16 so far. On average, Utah's taken 30.17 shots per game, which ranks 13th in the league. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Back behind their net. Dashke over to Yoon. Yoon will helicopter it off the near glass. Puck will spin into the Bison zone. Over to the right side. Matsushima gets there astride ahead of Messner. Puck along the far wing. Now a turnover. Grizzlies skate down the middle. Lepster with a righty shot that goes wide. Halfway through the third period. Yoon gets bounced towards the near wing wall. Bloomington with a Hail Mary pass that lifts all the way and skips on 2 hops of the ice onto Barczewski, who covers up. Yoon does a good job of boxing out a Bloomington skater who is hustling after Barczewski. Whistle blows with 9:52 left in the third. So it looks like Bloomington's going to win the shot advantage tonight. Grizzlies, when they've been outshot, have a record of 6-17-1. When the Grizzlies have outshot opponents, they're 5-4-2. So interestingly enough, with this being game 36 of the regular season, the Grizzlies have only outshot their opponents 11 of the first 35 games. You can probably book that it's going to be 11 of the first 36 after tonight. Grizzlies win the draw, and I say tonight knowing it's only 4 o'clock. That's the time of day up and down the Wasatch Front. Grizzlies will loft a deep one towards the middle of the ice. Dumping it in is Budgel. Grizzlies back towards the far side. It glanced off a stick. Utah feeds it towards the middle for Yoon. He tries to locate it. Barczewski dives in front of the crease, and Yoon goes heels over head as a Bloomington player was trying to dive towards Barczewski to get the loose puck. Boy, pass towards the middle of the ice. Yoon just, for about 2 seconds, had a tough time figuring out where the puck was. Barczewski noticed that, and he dove towards Yoon to cover up with 9:34 left in the third. Time out of the ice. Grizzlies lead 3-0. Nobody has scored here so far in the game's final frame. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. It's been the Derek Dashke and Jake Barczewski show for the Grizzlies. Dashke has 1 goal and 2 assists. Jake Barczewski's been outstanding in net, making a few highlight saves. It's been a team effort by the Grizzlies here so far, and really it's been on both ends of the ice. Offensively, they've scored 3 goals, and interestingly enough, all 3 goals have been out from near the blue line, where they've gotten traffic out in front of the net and really they've done a good job of eliminating the vision of Bloomington goaltender Yaniv Peretz. Draws in the right circle of the Grizzlies zone. It's won by Utah, who's skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Jones with a home run pass that goes wide of the mark, and the icing is on Utah with 9:27 left in the third. Grizzlies will have 4 days off before Friday night's battle with the Wichita Thunder. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com or call the Maverick Center box office at 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Wichita has been one of the hotter teams in the league. In fact, Wichita has been one of the surprise teams in the league. They're 6-3-1 over their last 10 games. The Thunder, oddly enough, have a bye week this week. Grizzlies with a long-range pass towards the left wing that connects. Utah will feed it to the left corner as Grizz get nudged in the back, and that's Luke Manning. He'll cycle it ahead about 10 feet. Wood fires towards the net, and that might have been blocked away by Peretz, as Utah did get credited with the shot. They're up to 17. New tries. Dashke will roll one on to Peretz, who will feed it to his right. Bison skating from right to left, get it out to center ice. Matsushima will move a right wing pass out to the Utah line. Bison dumping in as Jones gets pushed in the side. Grizzlies with a play stop. Looked like the puck might have gone out of play. 8:48 is left in the third as a fan will come away with a frozen vulcanized rubber disc. Greg Armstrong headed to the bench. For the Grizzlies, we mentioned it before the third period. It's going to be a tall order to try to get back in the playoff race. But remember, the Grizzlies had kind of a similar type situation in the first half last year, and they really settled in and played great hockey over the last 3 months to give themselves a chance. There's one more team in the Mountain Division, which makes things all that much more difficult. There's quite a few teams to jump ahead of. But if the Grizzlies play anything like they did today, and it looks like a penalty is going to be on the Bison, where there was absolutely no way of knowing that a penalty was called except for number 73, Connor Lockhart, gets 2 minutes for breaking a hockey rule, as he was probably battling with Wood along the near wing wall. Puck goes to Fonstad, right point. Grizzlies have won the faceoff. Utah gets to Lebster, backhands it to Fonstad. He skates towards the right circle, across to Mastrodonato. Shot, saved by Peretz. Puck pinballs off the end boards. Bloomington will carry it out to center ice. Matsushima races towards the left circle. Take a lefty shot, and that goes wide. Dashke is nearby as the puck deflects out of play. 8:18 is left in the third, and the draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone. We mentioned Friday night against Wichita. It's going to be an AFCU Friday. Tickets start just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. Other Mountain Division games today. Tulsa leads Idaho 3-1. That game has 16 and a half minutes left in the third period. Tahoe and Iowa are tied at 2 with 12 minutes left to go in regulation. Brett Budge will take the draw for Bloomington. He wins it. Puck to the right side. Righty shot. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to the right corner. Dashke will spin the puck towards the near side. Grizzlies will race out to neutral ice on a power play. Lebster over the line. Right side. He gets bounced off the left shoulder, but he's strong with the puck as he keeps it. Skates around Bloomington's net. They'll move it up top. Somebody off the screen. That's Dashke. Rolls to Fonstad, who cycles it to Mastrodonato right wing. The Maestro will skate towards the right corner. He'll throw back to the spot he vacated for Lebster. Across to Fonstad. He'll skate in. Left wing, lefty shot goes wide. Puck is kept in right side by Dashke. Over to Lebster, who backhands it off the near wall to Dashke, who dances around. As Dashke gets it taken away. Puck to neutral ice. Budge will skip it ahead towards the right wing. Bloomington gets there about the same time as Dashke, and they'll control the puck. Bison spins it along to the left corner. Berger gets there about the same time as Gallant, the two Western Michigan products. And the puck must have deflected out of play. Oh, a penalty is going to be called. It's going to be a cross check. Who's it on? Draw's going to come back towards Barczewski, so it looks like maybe a Utah penalty. 34 seconds are left in the Grizzlies power play, but it might now be a 4-on-4 situation. We saw cross-checking was the penalty signal. Draws in the Grizzlies zone, so that only leads us to believe it's a Utah penalty. We don't know who's in the box, though, until they post it on the scoreboard. On the scoreboard on the top of the screen, it's Briley Wood who gets 2 minutes. Cross-checking's the call. Wood shakes his head back and forth, the 22-year-old first-year pro. Face-offs in the left circle as Utah leads 3-0 late in regulation. Matsushima will take the draw. He wins it. McCarthy over to the right side. One-timer saved by Barczewski as Berg was sprawling towards the right circle to try to block it. Grizzlies back behind their net. As the ice has been spread a little bit with a 4-on-4 situation. Grizzlies patient with their approach, almost as if it were an overtime situation. Up ahead, Hillebrand runs it down. He'll stop over in the left corner. He dances. Hillebrand around the net looking for Berg. It's tapped away by McCarthy. The puck slides towards Matsushima, who skates in front of his goaltender down the middle of the ice. Now he veers off to the left, spins around, and he waits for Bloomington to start their power play. As coming out of the penalty box was Lockhart of the Bison. And now the Bison will have a power play for the next minute and 17 seconds and counting. Matsushima over the line. He's down the middle of the ice. He'll chip it towards Lee in the left wing. Westcott from one point to the other as the Bison cycle it around towards the right side. As Westcott spins it back to the right side. Yoon slams his stick as he was trying to find a way to relocate the puck. Bison out to the high slot. They fire towards the net, and that's blocked as the puck kicks out to center ice. Bloomington runs it down at their blue line. There's 6:05 and counting left in the third. Bison gets to the left wing. Westcott over the line. He'll fire on net. It's kicked away by Barczewski towards the left corner. Dashke battles. Puck goes towards the near wall. Grizzlies will race out to neutral ice with it. Short-handed Messner will skate down the middle. Now he veers out to the left. He fired towards the net, and that's blocked away. A Bison skater is still on the ice, and that might be Lee as Messner gets held up. Now Bloomington gets the puck. They cross center ice with momentum. They step over the line 2-on-2 before they'll fire the puck onto the left corner. Barczewski spins it back to the right corner. Grizzlies gather the puck. 10 seconds left in the power play. Around the wall to the left point. Bison have a glance off a Grizzly stick. Puck goes back to center ice. Wood comes out of the box, and it's a successful penalty kill as Bloomington will dump it in deep. Grizzlies with a home run pass, angle left. Pass connects 2-on-2. Grizzlies over the line. Utah skates towards the left circle. Shot saved by Peretz. Rebound goes to Bloomington. Bison out to center ice. They step over the line 4-on-3. Bloomington trying to chip it out in front. Grizzlies get hit with a high stick. No call. Bloomington left side. Righty shot and a score. Josh Boyer fired on net. Not sure if it got redirected or not, but the Bison get on the board with 4:54 left in regulation. A Grizzly player got hit with a high stick right in front of the net. That was Yoon. Then the puck went up top. And Matsushima and Yoon were both standing in front of Barcheski, and I'm not sure that Barcheski really had a good look at it. In fact, Barcheski was shaking his head back and forth, trying to find the puck who was in the high slot. Barcheski had no clue where it was as he put his left palm in the air. So just like the Grizzlies doing a good job screening Peretz, Barcheski got screened, and it turns into Bloomington's first goal of the night. Didn't look like it got redirected. That should be Josh Boyer getting his 9th goal of the season. It's Utah up 3-1. That will do it for the shutout bid for Barcheski. He saved the first 31 Bloomington shots here this afternoon. Bison out to the left wing. Pass goes wide of the mark as they were looking for Gavin Gould, and Bloomington's called for icing with 4:37 left in the third. Boyer gets credited with the goal. 15:06 into the third, with Brett Budgel and Case McCarthy getting the assists. For Budgel, he now has a point in 7 straight games. He has 10 points over his last 6 games. With this being the 7th game, he has 10 points with 4 goals and 6 assists in that stretch. And he's been a key piece as to why Bloomington's 7-1-1 over their last 9 games. Bison skates around Barcheski's net with momentum. As the Bison drop it off. Now right circle. They tried to feather it out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark as they were looking for Gavin Gould. Grizzlies will hiking out to center ice looking for Mastrodonato. Now Fonstad hangs out at neutral ice. He waits for Mastrodonato to tag up. Fonstad over the line. He loses his balance as he got tripped up by Bykov. Now Bykov gets the puck. He will spin it to the left side. Bison over the line. Gould skates down to the left wing. He'll skate in. Backhand shot. Saved by Barcheski. He holds on with 3:58 left in the third. Boy, home run pass to the left wing, connected to Gould. Gould was on the left wing, veered off to his right, got in front of the net. His backhand shot was saved by Barcheski. 3:58 left in the third. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side. Utah's up by a 3-1 score on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
We've had a fun one so far. Utah leads 3-1. Derek Dashke and Hunter Warner each scored first period goals. Adam Berg tallied a second period goal, 8:13 into the second. Grizzlies led 3-0 after 40 minutes of play. Josh Boyer got Bloomington on the board, 15:06 into the third period with Budgel and McCarthy getting the assists. Dashke's got 1 goal and 2 assists tonight. Cole Fonstad has 2 assists. And Jake Barcheski's been amazing in net. He has saved 33 of 34. Draws the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. Bloomington gets the puck, less than 4 minutes left in regulation. 3:52 on a moving clock. The Bison dancing around deep in their own zone. I think their net is empty. They've got 6 on the ice. Bison towards the right wing as they'll fire from the right side. That's blocked. Grizzlies will skate towards neutral ice. The net is empty on Bloomington's side. Grizzlies fire towards the empty net. It goes wide. No icing. Glont over to the right corner as the head coach for Bloomington, Philip Barsky, is really challenging. Now Lebster fires towards the net from the right wing. It goes wide as Grizzlies still in their own offensive zone. Gallant chips it towards the left corner. Grizzlies done a great job challenging Bloomington in their own end today. Bison get the puck behind their empty net. Utah leads 3-1. Bison rolling the dice here late in regulation. McCarthy out to center ice. He'll skate down the middle. He steps over the offensive blue line. As now the puck's taken. Berger will fling it to the right side. Bison get it back to the right. Now back to Berger. He faked the shot, skates towards his left. Now Berger will fire towards the net. It glanced off the Yoon skate. Grizzlies fire towards the empty net, and they score! And this baby's in the refrigerator as Utah takes a 4-1 lead. I think that might be Briley Wood skating to the celebration aisle first. It's going to be Wood's 13th goal of the season, as he was down the middle of the ice about 10 feet in front of Barczewski, and he just fired it into the middle of the back of the net. So Wood gets his 13th goal of the season as Ryan Kanasowicz looking like he's going without a tie today. It's the first time we've seen the Grizzlies coach, and once again, just kind of verifying that he's the best-dressed coach in the league. It's 4-1 Utah, 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Puck towards the middle of the ice. Grizzlies move it to Wood. He'll step over the offensive line, skates down the middle, drop it off, and the left side shot is blocked away as Pretz is in there now, with this being a 3-goal game. Utah trying to get towards Wood. They do. Right side shot is blocked away by Pretz, and it deflects out of play with 2:15 left in the third. On the Wood goal, we'll see if anybody gets an assist. It appears right now it's listed as unassisted. We'll see if later on something comes of it. When Wood picked up 12:39 into the third period, the power play that ended for the Grizzlies, it was because of a bench minor for too many men on the ice that was served by the Grizzlies. Briley Wood, 12:39 into the third. Grizzlies win the draw. Shot saved by Pretz. Bloomington will backhand it to center ice. Grizzlies will backpedal into their own line. Utah will move it out to center ice, left wing. Grizz dump it in. Bloomington chases after it. They get there before Mastrodonato. Puck spins towards the near wing wall. Bloomington will slice it off of Cooper Jones. I'm looking forward to seeing Cooper Jones' first home game as a Grizzly. He's got pretty good speed. Grizzlies backing out into their own end. 1:44 and counting left in the third. As Fonstad will race out to center ice, and he will loft it in slowly. Mastrodonato after it. He gets there about the same time as a Bloomington skater. Mastrodonato with a big-time hit. As the glass goes swaying back and forth behind Pretz's net. Bison skate down the middle, walking past all 5 Grizzlies. Matsushima, though, couldn't get a shot off as he just skated behind Utah's net without the puck. Utah skates back in, down the middle. Lefty shot is blocked away by Pretz. That shot was taken by Chad Hillebrand, who's still looking for his first pro goal. Hillebrand now on the left wing. He'll drop it off as the Grizzlies in the offensive zone, just watching time run out. Utah will get it to Nielsen. Cade Nielsen dances around. He's in the left wing. He'll backhand it up top, left point. Corbett over to Nielsen. Andrew Nielsen trying to find Cade Nielsen, cutting towards the left circle. Glanced off a Bloomington stick. Nielsen gets it back. He skates towards the right circle. Now he feathers it up top. Puck somehow stayed in. Shea, right side shot, saved by Pretz. Rebound goes to Bloomington. 38 seconds left in the third period. It's going to be a victory for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew as the Grizz will go to 12-21-3 on the season. Bloomington's franchise record 4-game winning streak will come to an end. 25 seconds left. Shea drops it for Corbett. He'll fire a lefty shot, saved by Pretz. Boy, that was a blast by Corbett from the right point. Pretz snatched it about waist high. 20 seconds are left in regulation. Wood's goal is listed as unassisted, 17-18 in. So Utah has gotten goals from Derek Dashke, Hunter Warner, Adam Berg, and Briley Wood. But I got to think the number one star of the game, Derek Dashke with the 3 points, but how about Jake Barczewski? He saved the first 31 shots he saw tonight. He saved 33 of 34 as there's 15 seconds left. Puck goes to neutral ice. Bloomington will skate across the center ice logo. Nudging it ahead is a Bison skater that might be Lockhart. It's a smaller guy. Puck to the left point, and 2 seconds are left. That will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies won 4-1, and there is no doubt about it, as Jake Barcheski was a brick wall in front of the net as he saved 33 of 34, and Derek Dashke had 1 goal and 2 assists. The Grizzlies scored the first 3 goals of the contest. Briley Wood added an empty netter at the end, and Utah comes away with something out of the road trip as they salvage the third and final game of the series. And Utah picks up their 12th win of the season as everybody goes to congratulate Jake Barcheski, who is now 5-3 over his last 8 starts, and he was outstanding in net. Despite the 3 points from Derek Dashke, you got to say Barcheski might be the number 1 star of the game. What a victory for the Grizzlies. They did it on both ends of the ice. They were outstanding defensively. Offensively, they picked up 4 goals, and Utah is now 12-1-1 when scoring 4 more goals this season, and they were able to get a lead for the first time this road trip, and they did a great job protecting the lead. Utah is now 9-0 when leading after 2 periods this season, and the Grizzlies get the 3-goal victory, winning 4-1 to complete the road trip. Utah will start a 6-game homestand on Friday night as they begin a 3-game series with the Wichita Thunder. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com. It will be a ton of fun this upcoming Friday to see Chad Hillebrand, Cooper Jones making their home debuts, and maybe Hunter Warner, who picked up a goal in the first period in today's game. We'll come back and recap the 60-minute affair as Utah's victorious tonight. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Bison 1. It's a happy locker room as the Grizzlies will be traveling to the Salt Lake Valley tomorrow as Utah ends the 3-game losing streak. Bloomington's franchise record 4-game winning streak comes to an end as Utah defeats Bloomington 4-1. The postgame show starts in 30 seconds on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
The Grizzlies are victorious this afternoon as they pick up their first victory over the Bloomington Bison as the Grizz salvaged the 3rd game of the series. 4-1 was the final score. We talked about early on, especially with this being the 3rd game in 3 days, and hats off to both teams. 3rd game in less than 48 hours for both clubs, and the amount of energy that both teams look to still have even late in regulation. And hats off to the conditioning of both clubs. For the Grizzlies, we talked about getting off to a fast start. In each of the first 3 games of the road trip, the Grizzlies had fallen behind 3-0. But today, it was the Grizzlies that scored the first 3 goals of the game. Utah is now 8-3-2 when they score first, and it was Derek Dashke getting a power play goal. Nick Messner was out in front of the net trying to redirect it, and because of that, Messner did take away some of the vision of Yana Peretz. Interestingly enough, the first 3 goals the Grizzlies had were goals where traffic was out in front, was created in front of the net, and the shots were taken from near the blue line. Dashke scored his 7th of the year. He now has 4 power play goals on the season, which ties him for Briley Wood for the club lead. Cole Fonstad and Reed Lebster each picked up the assist. That was 8-18 into the first period. The goal that turned out to be the game winner was Hunter Warner, who fired away from the right point. And once again, there was traffic out in front as Chad Hillebrand was battling with Bryce Montgomery, the big 6'5" defenseman for Bloomington. And because of that, Warner just kind of fired the most routine of shots from the right point, kind of helicoptered about 3 feet off the ice. And Peretz had no clue where it was. Otherwise, he would have stopped it. And Hillebrand, even though he doesn't get a point for the goal, his effort out in front of the net was a big reason as to why Utah took a 2-0 lead. Warner with his 6th North American Pro goal. He had 5 goals in 195 games in his AHL career with the Iowa Wild. Dashke and Fonstad each picked up the assists. Bloomington outshot Utah 10-9 in the first period as the Grizzlies had a 2-0 lead. Adam Berg extended Utah's lead to 3-0, and once again, He fired away from near the blue line as he was in the high slot. Luke Manning was out in front of the net. Briley Wood might have been out there as well. And once again, Pretz didn't have much of a look at it as Berg fired a prayer towards the net, and the prayer was answered here on this Sunday afternoon. Hey, on the Lord's Day, sometimes those prayers do get answered. Berg got a second of the year. Dashke picked up his second assist of the contest, and Brian Yoon got his 9th assist of the year. Utah led 3-0 after 2 periods. In the second frame, Bloomington outshot Utah 15-5, and that's where Jake Barczewski really shined as he made some highlight saves over the last 4 or 5 minutes of that second period. Interesting, we talked about traffic leading to the Grizzlies' goals. It was actually traffic in front of Utah's net that led to Bloomington's lone goal. Brian Yoon looked like he got hit with a high stick in front of the crease. So Yoon grabbed his face for a couple seconds. He regathered himself. Yoon was in front of the net. So was Eddie Matsushima. And the puck ended up in the high slot. Josh Boyer, who wears number 16 for Bloomington, fired towards the net. And with Matsushima and Yoon standing directly in front of Barczewski, Boyer's shot just ended up having eyes, just flying past Barczewski. And when the goal was scored, Barczewski put his left palm in the air, and they showed a shot from behind the Bloomington net. And you could just tell that Barczewski had absolutely no clue where the puck was or where the shot was coming from. It was one of those, obviously, if he would have seen it, he would have stopped it. But the screen out in front was just too much. And Josh Boyer scored his 9th of the year, with Brett Budgell extending his point-scoring streak to 6 games. And Case McCarthy also had an assist for the Bison. Utah scored on an empty net, and Bloomington actually pulled their goaltender with about 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Grizzlies ended up with the puck. Wood had it about 15 feet in front of Barczewski, and he just fired away. It was just kind of a straight line shot towards the net, and Wood ended up scoring from about 160 feet away. As Wood picked up his 13th of the year, he is second on the club, trailing only Neil Shea, who has 14 goals. Wood now has 13 on the season. Briley Wood is in the top 10 among all league rookies in goals and points. And Briley Wood comes away with something here on the road trip as he picks up his 13th goal of the year. It was unassisted. And with that, the scoring ended and the Grizzlies cruised to a 4-1 victory. Utah outshot Bloomington 10-9 in the third period. And that's certainly notable considering Bloomington was behind by 3 goals and then later on 2 goals as they were trying to come back in the game. But it was the Grizzlies that stayed aggressive in the third period. And as well as the Grizzlies played offensively, obviously scoring the 4 goals this afternoon, it was really what they did defensively. Jake Barczewski was a brick wall in net, but the Grizzlies put together some outstanding defensive efforts, and they really made Bloomington work for everything, especially in the Bison zone. Grizzlies almost looked like they were playing the hockey version of Rick Pitino's full court press when he was coaching the University of Kentucky in the 1990s. They were really forcing Bloomington to work just to get to neutral ice. Kind of felt like this was the type of game with Utah having lost 3 in a row, and after Utah building quite a bit of momentum over the past homestand, once they swept Kansas City last week, they were 6-2 in their last 8 games. So the road trip was a little bit disappointing over the first 3 contests of it, and you just kind of felt, especially seeing the first period of play, that the Grizzlies were just not going to be denied the 2 standings points this afternoon. If they were going to be denied it, it was going to take some sort of unworldly effort by the Bloomington Bison. Grizzlies played with the lead, and they did a good job protecting it. As Jake Barczewski gets the victory, his record goes to 5-5 on the season. And with that, Barczewski is now tied with Adam Scheel, who's currently in the American Hockey League. And Scheel is actually doing some amazing things for Colorado. Last I checked, Scheel is 5-0 with the Colorado Eagles. With the Grizzlies earlier this season, Scheel won 5 games. Who knows if we're going to get to see Adam Scheel back in a Utah uniform, as after all, he's playing better than any of the other Colorado Eagles goaltenders. Scheel's got a record of 5-10-1 this season, and he's doing a great job with the Eagles. And so even if we don't see Adam Scheel throughout the second half of the season, what Jake Barczewski has done from the end of December, and it really started on December 28th. From that stretch on, Jake Barczewski's been an outstanding goaltender, and he is really showing the promise, and he's showing the poise and the potential to be a pretty good pro. Barczewski just turned 26 years old a couple weeks ago on January 7th. The native of O'Fallon, Missouri, really has come into his own. And whether he's the first starter tonight, let's take a look at it. Who in the world made these three starts out? Barczewski and Derek Dashke, according to the three stars of the game, aren't even among them. According to the box score, Josh Boyer is the third star in a game where his team lost by 3 goals. He scored Bloomington's lone goal. Attaboy, Josh. Second star is Adam Berg, who scored 8:13 into the second period. That made it a 3-0 game. Berg is the second star. He played well, but, Dashke had 3 points. Berg was a +1. Dashke was a +3. Number 1 star is Hunter Warner, who scored what turned out to be the game winner. 13-17 into the first period. So Derek Dashke, who had 1 goal and 2 assists and was a +3, is denied one of the 3 stars. And we'd mentioned Jake Barczewski, who was unbelievable in net. I thought the first 2 stars, the battle was for Dashke and Barczewski. One was going to get the first star and the other was going to get the second. Neither guy picked up a star, period, in tonight's game. I wonder if the person who picked the 3 stars actually watched today's game. It's hard to say. Nevertheless, game went 2 hours and 20 minutes, and the crowd was 2,461. We only got to see Ryan Kanasowicz once during the entire broadcast. It kind of looked like he had gone tieless. However, Coach Kanasowicz was wearing a sweater, and his tie apparently was under his sweater. So Coach Kanasowicz did go with a tie in today's game. I went with a light blue tie myself. And obviously, Ryan Kanasowicz, the best-dressed coach in the league. We'll see what he has on display this weekend when the Grizzlies host the Wichita Thunder for a 3-game series starting on Friday night. And face-off will be at 7:10. Coverage begins at 6:50. But we want to see at Maverick Center. If you got an AFCU debit or credit card, take advantage of that. Get a $12 ticket. The Grizzlies will host Wichita on Friday and Saturday nights at 7 o'clock, as well as Monday, January 27th. That is also going to be a 7:10 start. And then after that, the Idaho Steelheads will be in town for a 3-game set, January 31st, as well as February 1st for Guns N' Hoses night, and Monday, February 3rd. Remember, for every Monday game, you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. And you got to keep that in mind, as the Grizzlies will have 3 Monday games over the next month at Maverick Center. Well, that'll wrap things up. We had a ton of fun here this afternoon. We tried to have fun despite the remote broadcast and all the challenges that come with it. I'm just glad that we got a 6-game homestand coming up over the next couple weeks, and we'll be able to see live hockey at Maverick Center. And for the Grizzlies, we'll see if they'll find a way to pick up a winning homestand and climb back into the playoff race. The 3 stars of the game today are an absolute farce. Josh Boyer scored Bloomington's lone goal. He's the 3rd star. Adam Berg played a really good game. He's the 2nd star. He had 1 goal as he scored the only second-period tally. Utah now has a second-period goal in 20 of their last 22 games. Hunter Warner scored the game winner, 13-17 into the first. It's his first goal as a Grizzly. Somehow Derek Dashke's three-point performance, 1 goal and 2 assists and a +3 rating, wasn't good enough for the 3 stars. And Jake Barczewski's outstanding 33 save performance was also denied a star performance in the game. But nevertheless, Utah comes away with a victory, 4-1, as they salvage the 3rd and final game of the series. And we'll see you on Friday night at Maverick Center as the Grizzlies will take on the Wichita Thunder in the first of a 3-game set. Well, we're just hanging out trying to live our dreams. I'm trying to live my dream and get to the National Hockey League, and, well, hopefully someday my dream will come true. And as I mentioned last night, it's just, you had that old commercial from about 34 years ago, the song, the song, want to be like Mike. Well, I want to be like Mike Fulton, no doubt about that. And he's in the show, and we're going to try to get there as well. Grizzlies are victorious this afternoon, winning 4-1 over the Bloomington Bison. Next broadcast will be on Friday night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.